All right, bro. We're back. Episode 2.
We're back, bro.
I didn't think we'd make it past 1.
Nah, neither did I.
Every time we start, I'm just gonna make a joke about us quitting. That's how make sure that people look forward to the next one.
To be honest, bro, like that shit did pretty well. I wasn't expecting that shit to do well and shit, just because like podcast is like a tough ass game, bro. Like it's hard to get somebody to listen to something for like fucking that's like an hour long type of shit that like do views and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I know like a couple people that have tried to do it before and like it's like a long battle type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not an overnight success type of thing. You feel me? Yeah.
Well, we did good for it, especially because it's like we just made the channel, just uploaded it. It's not even we're thinking about putting on yours and shit, and like but we're like let's just start it. So it's not like confusing people that like is your channel the podcast channel or is it Beats? And
yeah.
Like, I didn't want it to be like that, so we kind of just made it. And it did good for the first its own new channel and stuff like that. And no one, we kind of promoted it, but like
yeah, because we wanted to fucking come out the gate monetizing type of shit. Because like that's what everybody has like a problem with when they start like a YouTube page. It's just like it can be kind of discouraging and shit just because like you know what I mean, like you can't monetize and it takes like you need 1,000 subscribers and then like what is
4,000
hours, you know what I'm saying, to even like get it to monetize and shit. And you monetize your channel, right?
Yeah,
like for some reason, like everybody always has like a battle, whether it's fucking whether it's the views or it's the subscribers type of shit. For me, it was the subscribers. Like I had the views, but I just didn't have the subs. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Like,
yeah, I mean you see the analytics. So we talk about analytics, but like
it's
like 70% of my people that watch my videos aren't subscribed.
Oh yeah.
And like if they it'd be like a huge difference. And like so if you're watching the video and haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to make sure we get some money back from all these alcoholics. Drinks that just for drinks.
No, same thing too. Like fucking that was like my big battle too, because like I was like, well, these people are listening, like why don't they hit subscribe? And then like I don't know, I was kind of guilty of it too, because like even some of like my favorite pages, like I wasn't subscribed to it, and I was like, well, like they don't really need to know it, like subscribe to it, like I can just go find them when they drop and shit. But like that shit really helps out like in the algorithm and shit. So if you have like homies that do need to subscribe or trying to monetize and shit, like I would advise to like subscribe and like watch their shit and share their shit.
Yeah, I mean the first thing too is it's free. It just helps them out. If anything, it's just free. Whether it's like liking the video, commenting, subscribing, that's all that is free. Yeah, and it helps out like even your homies, anyone that makes beats, anybody that's a artist. Yeah, just help them out and like and subscribe the video, or like and subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, exactly, and shit. Cause like not to get too deep into it and shit, but like monetizing your channel, like that shit is extremely beneficial, and like that money, that shit comes in clutch, like I guess like even to get into like not into a debate or anything, but like the conversation, like streams on typical platforms versus like streams on like YouTube. I've tried to explain to a lot of people, and I think I've explained it to you, and like now you kind of have that mindset too, like bro, get your YouTube shit popping and shit, because like I guess what's different and people don't realize is like when you get paid from like YouTube and like you have a YouTube, like that money comes from the ads that are ran on your YouTube and shit. When artists and shit like that drop like music on like Spotify and like iTunes, like that's based off of streams, like how many times somebody streamed that shit. But like the YouTube stuff is like pays, I want to say like 3 or 5 times more like a typical stream and shit.
A lot more.
Yeah, because I don't know everybody streams Tidal, Spotify and shit like that, but like YouTube, that shit be popping, bro. Like every month, like I get a paycheck from that shit, and like it's just off some ads that people don't have premium. Do you have YouTube Premium?
Now I do, yeah.
You told
me to get it.
Yeah, I have YouTube Premium. Like I've never seen an ad, but I know it makes money and shit, and like a lot of people just deal with it normally and shit.
I was gonna say on the analytics, it tells you how much people. Do you know what I'm saying? There's two different. There's regular YouTube, and then there's like the YouTube. Even if you have a premium, the person that's uploading the content is still getting money from it because you're paying for. That's I guess it's all included in the premium shit.
Oh, is it?
I'll show you later after.
I didn't know that.
There's a little thing that tells you how many. We'll talk about it after.
Yeah. Because like for some reason I thought like, oh damn, like if they're a premium member type.
Nah, you still get paid.
Oh, okay.
It shows you how much. It shows you like like you're still getting. I don't know if it pays out more. That might be kind of cool thing. Like But I don't know if it does or not. I don't know. But I just
Yeah.
know, like, yeah, you don't get to watch, you don't get to see ads.
Yeah.
But I know the creator's still getting paid. They're still getting
Exactly.
money from it.
So, yeah,
it's like a little chunk of like your members, your subscription probably that they get or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's all I know. I know you do because I've seen it on. I look at the analytics and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like if everybody, like, if, like, even if people don't make content and shit like that, like, fucking, if you're, like, even if you have an Instagram, like, you should have a YouTube channel. Like, you never know, you know what I'm saying? And, like, we're just going into this age of content, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just press record and shit, like, it's content type of shit. But,
yeah,
we were just trying to, full circle going back, we were just trying to roll out fucking monetizing from the get-go type of shit. But we're just going to take it the organic top-down approach and shit. You know
wow,
what
that's what we were trying to get. We just went to a huge tangent on it. I didn't even think about it.
Oh, about YouTube and shit?
Well, yeah, we were talking about YouTube, but then we started off saying about the podcast getting monetized. Right?
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean, dude, it did really good.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it did like that. I didn't think it was gonna do that. We both said it was gonna think that it was gonna do that good.
Nah, I was expecting like 40 views type of shit. So like for whatever it did and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, thank you for listening and shit. Cause like fucking like I know how it is, and like, you know, everybody is trying to start a podcast and shit like that. So to like get like a lot of like love and reception and shit off the first kind of like get go, it's like, all right, like I was excited to do the second one type of shit because I felt like, all right, like people fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard. You know, when you first start like uploading shit, you know what I'm saying? Like your beats, you're like, fuck, is somebody going to like it type of shit? And like fucking, you start getting those thumbs down and like those comments and shit. Like, damn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I thought people fucked with this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, they do. And people have been messaging me like on Instagram. They commented on the video saying it's dope. You know, everyone supports it. I feel like it's both too. It's not even just producers only because we're both producers, but like it's also artists and stuff that like are in like tune with it because they want to see like how not even like just how you are more like personally and like behind the beats and you know and stuff like that. And like people don't know that. And I guess that's what's cool about the podcast is like you get to just see something further than just the beats on YouTube.
For sure. Yeah, because I'm not like for a long time I wasn't really open and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like even like going live was like a big thing, and like sharing the screen and shit like that. Like fucking, you know what I mean? Because like you don't want to share your screen with everybody, and like when you do it on YouTube and shit, like sometimes like I'm kind of not scared about it, but it's just like fuck, I'm about to share my screen with like I don't know the fucking world.
Potentially millions of people.
Yeah, like and I don't know them type of shit, and like. You know, there's been like a few times like where I've clicked my email by accident and I'm like, fuck, I clicked my email. Like I have to just end it right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Just because like there might be like the homie's email or some shit like that. And like somebody will do some weirdo shit. Like, nah.
No, yeah. The live thing is kind of, it's a trip, but.
Yeah, man.
It is hard because I feel like it is necessary at the same time to be like, to show people like behind the. Then behind more than just like your name on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
for sure. Yeah, you want to like even like branding and marketing and shit like that, like you have to be the face of your company type of shit, and you always have to, you know what I'm saying, like you know what I mean, it's just like how you present yourself, like how people like perceive your business type of shit. So when somebody sees your shit, they're like, oh, okay, I fuck with this dude because like, you know what I mean, like, excuse me, he looks cool, everything is right, it's neat, you know what I'm saying, it's not like some fucking weirdo motherfucker or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like it's they're tied to the brand a little bit more, and like, you know what I mean, like a lot of what we like and shit is stuff is like because the stuff that's tied to that brand and shit, you know what I mean, like what comes with it and stuff. But I mean, man,
but back to the podcast, we're probably gonna you want to answer some, we asked people for questions yesterday on Instagram to show us to ask any questions or topics or whatever, and we can. For sure. I don't know if you want to get into that right now or you want to do that later.
Yeah, we could do it now. Yeah. I'm not gonna do all of them. Just
no,
like,
There's a good amount.
You know what I mean? Just because like my mom was asking me a question and shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna get all to all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
What did your mom ask you?
No, I'm just. Not,
I thought it was like something funny. That's what.
Nah. I'll do one and then you can do one type of shit. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like and it's not really questions. We could just talk about like further about like how we're gonna do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have to answer them. Be like, hey, this is like, you know, topic. We don't have to go over each topic.
That's why I said it's a
shit.
question or comment. I asked.
Yeah. Somebody asked me to start with like smaller artists, but like go through like their whole catalogs and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like what you like about it and like what you don't like about it. Like even the art, like the context around it and stuff. So they want us to like go through like upcoming artists and shit, you know what I'm saying, and that sort of thing, which I don't mind doing because I listen to a lot of these upcoming fools and they're fucking tough, so it's not gonna really be too difficult for me. So maybe like we can take like 10 minutes out of an episode and just fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this person dropped something. Let's go back and like rank their catalog, the art, you know what I'm saying? Like that favorite. There's like a few people I already have in mind that like we already work with. So it'll be like hella easy and shit. And it's good for them and shit because like we're a part of their project. So we'll definitely do that in the future and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good because I mean that's what we do is the music stuff, and we know how hard it is to like kind of be in the space, and there's a lot of competition. It's a lot of flooded, so it's on a, and if we can provide a little bit of some type of engagement to them, it's good for them too, you know. And
yeah, because it's like because like a lot of these dudes are dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know, I'm not gonna cap you. Like some of these dudes are really fucking good, and like when I go back and to listen to their catalog, I like. You know, I wonder, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, why isn't this shit taken off yet? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'm a fan of it type of shit. Like, why hasn't it taken off? And, like, most of the times it just be time and money, really. If they just had more time and more money, it would be a whole different thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they could shoot the videos. They could do all the marketing. Like, that's all it takes sometimes. But sometimes it could take off. I mean,
yeah.
And it's also the relationships. They might not have the right connections yet to, like, reach out to certain people to get the certain feature or to get... Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why, like, but it is super hard to like, come up. Even as a producer, like, it's super hard. Like, but I feel like artists is actually it might be even harder. I don't know.
You think so?
Nah, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm lying. I think producing is harder.
I think producing is harder. This is what I
feel like there's. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm just in my opinion. I feel like there's way more people trying to make beats than way more people trying to rap. Because making beats is way more accessible than it is to like rap. Rapping, you have to have the voice, you have to have the flow, you have to have you have to have the conviction of what you're saying is true, and like
that's
or
true.
Like
that's
you
true.
know it's like you kind of have to like play a part into the rapping. It's like but everyone can make a beat.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But I also think it's easier too, because like like producing and shit, it's like easy if somebody copies you type of shit.
Yeah.
But like in rapping, like there's not too much copying. Like, and if you do copy, it's pretty fucking like blatant. You know what I mean? Like be like, you can't copy bars. You know what I mean? And if you do, like be like, I heard that on another song. What do you you know what I mean? Like it's not cringe, but it's like, oh shit, like he took the homie shit type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like you ever make a beat and then like you thought it was like the most best fucking idea, and then you hear like a song that came out like before that shit, and it just like they did the exact same thing, and it's like, fuck, what the fuck? Like I thought that was my brilliant idea. Type of shit,
like that happens to me all the time with samples. Like
samples for sure.
Yeah, I'll hear it and I'm like, damn, I could have been me. I could have made Tracy California.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I remember, man.
But yeah. So like fucking, I mean, what's harder? What's easier? I'm not sure. To be honest, if I had a label right now, I would sign producers. I don't know why so many labels are signing artists and stuff. I would sign way more producers and shit. Like if I, you know what I mean? Like I understand why they're doing it, but if I had a label and shit and like and we had a budget and stuff, I would just go sign producers, because then you can really just dictate the sound, you know what I mean? And then you can, there's a lot of like not necessarily ghostwriters and shit like that, but there's a lot of fill in the blank type of people and shit. But if you had like the best producers in the game, like I feel like the production is always more important, and like we see more artists and shit get signed than producers.
Yeah,
which
that's
kind of odd to me.
Yeah, and the producers can really like separate the sound and create a new sound rather than the artist.
Bro.
Yeah, because they don't want to create the groove, right? So yeah. I got a question right here from. I mean, are we saying names? I don't know. No names. So. VSTs versus analog, and this is a good representation here because Mr. Hunger Force himself has a few right here to the left that you can't see off camera, but and I don't have any since I've only used the ones that we have here that whenever I come over, and but
analog versus VSTs, I think VSTs are fucking like it really just depends on what you do and shit, you know what I mean? Just cause like the VSTs have gotten so good nowadays, like dog, they've gotten so good, like it's comparable, like it's competitive enough. Like I hear some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause like with the analog stuff, if you know what you're doing, it's cool and it's easy. But if you don't know what you're doing, it's a tall task for a lot of people and shit. That's why they kind of just steer away from it. And then honestly, like, the barrier of entry is a lot easier with just like the VSTs and shit. And like, you know what I mean? Like with the VSTs, like in the analog stuff, just like if you're a rapper and shit too, like from the, how would I say it? From like, the $200 microphone to the $1,000 microphone, what's really happening, and like I would say, is this, like, if you take the cheaper route or like the VST route, you just have to do a few more steps to get it to sound like what it should sound like, you know. But like if you use that crazy ass U87, that Neumann, like that Sony microphone, you just record in and everything already sounds beautiful. You don't have to do too much, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with the analog stuff. The analog stuff, as soon as you play and stuff, everything just sounds good. But the VSTs, you might need to compress just a little bit. You might need to EQ it just a little bit. You might have to put it mono, put it stereo. It just really depends on, add some effects to it, you know what I mean? So like with the VSTs, I feel like it's just a few more steps. With the analog stuff, I feel like it's already good to go type of shit. Like it's already musical. You don't have to do too much stuff to it. So like that's what I would say, like VSTs over analog shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what are you picking?
What am I picking?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's the question is. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, what would I rather have? I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, if I had a laptop, I would rather have VSTs. Yeah. If I had a workstation, like a big ass fucking iMac, I'd rather have analog shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's true. If you're a on the go producer, like to cook up in the studios, obviously you're not gonna bring racks and thousands of dollars of synths with you.
No.
So I mean, yeah, definitely VSTs.
I've linked up with a few homies and shit, and I brought all my stuff. Dude, it's such a headache. Don't overdo it. It's so dumb. Like you
could potentially break something.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Because there's like tubes and stuff and all these stuff, like on all the analog stuff. So like, I wouldn't even recommend taking that shit. Fuck that. Just do VSTs, and then honestly, you see me when I cook up too. Like I'll just bring up a blank Purity, you know what I mean, and then use the bass from there. Yep. And then once I make the pattern, I'll shoot it out to the analog and shit, and then see what it sounds like. You've seen me do that before, So that's what I do a lot of the times, and I'm just trying to find what's gonna fit in the beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For me, I'd say like, because I don't have any synths personally myself. I've just been using the ones that I use here at Hunger Force's house. He's got the Moog here, so I mean that's the one. That's the one. I was about to buy it on when was it? When was the sale? What was the sale for? Memorial Day.
Yeah, Memorial Day. Yeah.
That's what it was, and I was gonna get it. It was like $250 off. I was gonna get it, the all black one.
Yeah.
I was about to. I really was, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna. Here's another thing. The synths, you gotta have space to like have it. You know what I'm saying? If you got a little room, you might not have space. You might not have the money to actually like afford it. Obviously, one, that's it's hella money. It's like it was like a band for just the Moog. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't, I'm not gonna put it on the floor. You know, I can't fit it on my desk. I gotta buy a little stand for it or something. That's another little, another good amount of money. And like, that's the thing I'd say is like, definitely for sure if you're starting off and you just made certain beats, I would not buy a synth, I wouldn't buy one. Honestly, I really wouldn't. I would buy your DAW, and then just learn how to use all these VSTs and then start from there. And then, but if you're at the point like now, like I would say like me, like right now is like I've used almost every VST that's out there besides some. Like I don't have, well actually I do have some of the Korg stuff, but like I haven't, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like once you dabble into every single VST that's out there and you're like, damn, like I really can achieve like I've really achieved everything I could with these, and you've really spent hours and hours on every VST you've ever owned, and you want to try all the new VSTs, because they're not gonna be, I'm telling you right now, they're not gonna be as expensive as these real synth boards. So save your money for right now, because I'm telling you, like Hunger Force said, it's 2022. They're getting so good now, so where it sounds almost as achievable as these synths, like, and so I mean, yeah, definitely I would say just once you're at the point where you've maxed out every VST, then I'd say, and you want to be like, I kind of want to change my sound, or like I want to achieve a little bit further of a sound, then I would say go to synths. That's what I would recommend. Because I know how hard, I mean, especially like if you're younger and you don't got money like that. Like I was in high school when I first started making beats, and like I wasn't going to buy no $2,000 synth, no $4,000 Prophet, no $1,200 Moog, like the grandmother. I wasn't going to buy any of that, so definitely stick to the VSTs and stuff like that. That's what I definitely recommend, VSTs first, and then when you try to level up, really, then I say synths.
Well, let me not push back on that, but let me just
devil's advocate. Go ahead.
Not even devil's advocate type of shit.
We can start swinging right now.
Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? I definitely wouldn't take flight. I am drinking this fucking malt liquor, bro. I told you last time I was gonna get a fucking 40 for this shit, bro. It's been a while since I drank malt liquor, but sometimes you just gotta go back and like humble yourself. And to be honest, like, But anyways, not
Yeah,
push back and throw blows. You know, just talking about malt liquor. And
yeah.
shit.
See, let me not test them.
But
It might be
don't
crazy.
ever be like scared to invest in shit type of shit, especially like synthesizers. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing that I learned, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter if it's $4,000 or like $700 or $800 and stuff. It's all an investment, and all these synthesizers, like they hold their value. These VSTs and shit don't hold their value. You know what I mean? Like you might pay like $500 for Omnisphere. I don't know how much Omnisphere is, but like $500 type of shit. Or you might buy a synth, dog, and like if you just own that synth, you know what I'm saying? Like people are still trying to buy Junos from the 80s. People are still trying to buy a Moog, a Model D and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when I bought that grandmother, it was only like $700. Now that thing is like $1,200. Yeah, and it's just like it's only gone up in value just because of the components. And then like I don't know if you've met people, but like I've met people like, damn, bro, where the fuck did you get that Rhodes? Or where'd you get like that Juno 106? And it's like, oh, it was in my family. Like they just pass it down. Like when you invest into a synthesizer, like it always has its value and it's going to hold most of its value most of the time. And like it's never going to go away. And as long as you take care of it and the components are still good, somebody's going to want it, even if it's for parts. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you ever seen like the, what is it? Like the Synth Museum and shit.
Yeah.
Or like there's another one out in there in Burbank where like they refurbish and stuff. So if you're looking for like a OB something or like an old Prophet and shit, like they can get it. But like those old Prophets, like if you bought one back in the day, like it's still good. Like if you want to get one now, because like it took them so long just to make that Prophet over again. Like it took almost like 10 years for them to do that shit. So don't ever be afraid of the money and shit. Like it's all an investment. And like if you don't get more than what you paid for it, just wait like another 2 years and just hold it within your family, and it'll play out type of shit. So not to be devil's advocate, but like as investment wise, like it's a good investment.
No, yeah. I mean, but then again, you still have to invest in VSCs too.
Yeah.
If you're not cracking them. But
no, you definitely have to invest. But the problem with those is like it's not a tangible item. You know what I'm saying? So like if it's not tangible, like it just goes away. You can't buy a VST at a swap meet.
And that's what I'm saying. If you buy something, like you're not ever gonna lose all your money on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you buy some like real good stuff, you know? Yeah. Be good.
Like monitors, I see monitors sell all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking cords and subwoofers, that shit sells all the time. Nobody's like, hey man, you want to buy my Serum fucking license?
Yeah.
It's not even gonna happen. So like, if I was starting out, like I would just have a nice laptop and probably just get like the Roland Cloud or some shit like that. Just like some VST where you could pay like a monthly fee.
Roland
like
and Korg, I would say those two.
Yeah, the Korg one. I like the Korg one too. But they both listen up, Roland and Korg, they kind of suck sometimes. You know? Like fucking, they be crashing my shit. You know what I mean?
And we pay for it.
You know what I'm saying? We're just because it's like shit. Just because it's like subscription based type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Get it together. You know.
No, I think the Xenology, if you could just I can't click off of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. You have to make sure you close every time.
Yeah,
and sometimes you just want to switch. I mean, but I still love the company. They were great. I love you.
Yeah, they're solid and shit. But that's what I would do. Type of shit. I wouldn't dabble straight into the synth and shit. You know?
No. So I guess to answer that question, long story short, maybe test synths out, or test VSTs out, and then get you invest in like he said, and make it is gonna be a bit of money, but invest in it, and you're not gonna lose your money and stuff like that. So that's what I feel like. Test out the VSTs and then go to synths. If you want to expand your sound a little bit more.
It's like when rappers get chains, producers just get synths and shit. It'll hold its value type of shit, or like outboard gear. Like outboard gear is always gonna have its value.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's like lowriders. You try to get a lowrider now, it's thinking about how much money it is and thinking about how much money it was back in the day.
Exactly.
That's how we can maybe compare it like that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good example. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
because you're getting like a 6.4 Impala now for probably like 60 G's or something like that, when you can get it like a few years ago maybe for like 40.
Exactly. So, now somebody's getting a Tesla, and like I don't know if they're gonna be fucking tricking out Teslas in like 20 years. I'm not sure, but I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
So maybe Teslas are VSTs, and maybe fucking 6.4 Impalas are analog synthesizer. Who knows?
That was a good amount of questions. Should we answer another one? What do you think?
Yeah, fucking let's answer a couple quick ones and shit. Bro. Because we got like 5 minutes before my camera starts recording and shit. Same sort of shit. You know what I'm saying? I get this question a lot. Is like, are you looking to work with more artists, or do you prefer staying independent? I mean, it's kind of like a loaded question, because like everybody that like cops something from me, or like purchases a beat and shit, like we're already, in my mind, we're already working together. But I guess like rappers, don't see it that way. I'm not sure. Or like, you know, they want like a little bit more hands-on type of shit. I'm not really sure. But like anytime somebody ever gets something from me, like it's a collab. It's like we're working together type of shit. But like I'm expecting you to take it to the next level type of shit. Just like I would. Like with production and shit like that. Like I'm always just expecting them to just, you know what I'm saying? Like we deal with independent dudes and like these dudes stand on their own 2 feet type of shit. So I'm always expecting them to just do what they do. You know what I mean? Like it's not that I don't seek out artists and stuff like that. It just like I'm just busy a lot of the times and shit. And it's just like I can't, you know what I mean? I can't just, as much as I want to focus on one person, it's kind of hard sometimes to just focus and give your energy. Like if it's a project, like I can sit down and give like 2 days and type of shit. But like if it's like over time, like, hey, here's our 5-year plan. Nah, dog.
Yeah.
Like, I don't got time like that. You know?
Yeah.
What about you?
Repeat the question again. I forgot what he said.
Is whether are you looking to work with more artists? Are you willing? Do you want to stay more independent? You know what I mean? Like the backseat, not really give any, you know what I mean, anything to it.
When I first heard the question, I thought it was like, do I want to work with artists that are like known or are independent art, like that are kind of like, I don't know how to take that question. That's what I was like.
You're smart. You might have it right.
I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. But
yeah, you
might. That's what I was thinking. Like, do I rather work with like known artists or do I rather like come up with the unknown independent artists that's kind of blowing up?
All right. Well, which one do you prefer?
I definitely prefer the independent and come up with them kind of thing. I like it because that's how you get to where you are and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't know. I like both. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like there's artists that like I listen to, like, you know, like Larry. Like you're telling me I wouldn't want to have a song with Larry. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely want to have a song with Larry and then still have like my own little. I kind of think about it like. I try to like be like Cardo. Like Cardo is sick because he's not only getting songs with Drake and like, you know, like getting on that and all that, like, you know, and then he gets, you know, and then he's over here doing like Payroll and like and Larry and like and the G Worthy, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like the type of things I'm trying to do, like stuff like that. You know, you work with the industry dudes, but then you can still like you sort of versatility. You work from the industry dudes to, you know, you do the independent like low key, but like you know what I'm saying? Like
I know,
you know what I mean? Like you kind of work with
saying,
like a hardcore fan base that's like independent, but then you also do like the major like labels and stuff like that. Like I like a mix of both. I mean, why not? You know, you can just spread your wings as far as you can and like get everywhere where you can. That's like what I think about it. I like to work both. I don't really mind.
Yeah, I don't really care either. Like it really just depends on the person. Like I just rather work with good people. Yeah, whether they're established, whether they're independent or not. Like, you know, if they're independent and like on the come up, it's just gonna take a little bit more time. But like they're already committed to the program. Like in the last episode, remember when we talked about like, oh, like were you waiting for my beats to be good? And it's like, nah, I wasn't waiting for your beats to be good. It was just like I was waiting for you to like not give up type of shit. And like that's just that mentality and that attitude.
I see. Yeah, that's the hard part too. Is you gotta make sure people are actually about it. And not gonna do one project and that's it.
Yeah, because like, you know, a lot of the stuff we do too is like street shit, and it's like, bro, are you with this shit, or you have like one foot in this and one foot in the streets? You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? If we're committed to this shit, like we got to be committed to that type of shit. Like we don't have time for the other type of shit. You know what I mean? Like that's not what we're doing. Like I understand like that's where you come from type of shit, but like as an artist, as an independent, somebody trying to make it, you just have to do these shits. You know what I'm saying? So I like working with both. It just depends on who the person is and like their mindset, really. I don't care where they come from or how much money they have. Like, are they cool? Do they have a work ethic? That's all I care about type of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right. Next question. Rap business etiquette. I'm not really sure if it's a question type of shit, but I think it's like a topic.
Yeah.
So we don't even have to say rap business etiquette. We could just say business etiquette, right? From a person, okay, let me ask you, like from fucking a person who's a producer, an online producer who leases beats and shit like that, and somebody who's also involved in the industry, do you have like a certain like cutoff etiquette, like where you just don't deal with stuff, or is there something that you do like that people approach you with?
I can tell you off bat. I'm gonna cut you off.
Right,
I'm gonna cut you off right there. Number one, dude, this one, this one right here. I know you can agree with me.
Hey, tell me, bro.
We talked about it before.
Tell them and then tell me, bro.
Listen, I understand, man. This one, everyone, if you're a producer out there, I know you're gonna agree with me on this.
Yeah.
At least this, I feel like you are. I hate man, I don't. You know what?
You're really passionate about.
I'm not
this,
gonna say hate.
Yeah.
Because hate's a. Nah, I'm gonna say hate. I hate it when artists send me songs and it's got my tag on it like 50 times. Like they just YouTube to MP3'd it.
Yeah.
Listen, man, that one gets me. I'm not gonna lie.
For sure.
That one gets me, and they're like, bro, yeah. That as soon as this is what I'll hear you out. I'll listen to your message. I'll read it out, and then like because they'll email me the song, right? So
yeah.
And there's no hate on anyone like that like does it, but like I just personally don't like it. I feel like I don't know. I feel like you can just kind of like I get like people want to hear what it sounds like when they record over it, and like it is kind of hard. I understand it, but like drop the least money at least, and then like don't be afraid to drop the money first, and then like kind of show me respect that you're about it, and then like I feel like that's what makes me mad is I hear like my tag, I hear like because I have the purchase your tracks all over it, and like because I really don't, I hate people stealing my stuff.
Yeah,
it takes me a good minute to make beats and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it took a lot of years and a lot of sacrifices, and the fact that people aren't willing to drop a little $30-$40 on the lease and then send me the song after that, and then I'll be like, okay, cool, like this is tight. I can actually hear you out and take you a little more serious. I feel like that's just me though, because I don't like it. I just don't like it. That's just me.
Yeah, I think it. I know exactly what you're talking about, type of shit, and like, I have like a lot of feelings towards it. You know what I'm saying? Just because like it's happened to me for a long ass time, so I want to like when the first time I hear it, I'm just like, okay, like this person doesn't even trust himself, type of shit. So like a lot of times, like I'll just say like what happens usually is like they rip my beat off of YouTube, they rap on it, and then they send it to me and they're like, hey, like I want to get your opinion, like I'm gonna purchase this shit. And like, dog, if I told you how many DMs and like emails I have about that shit, like I did it when I first started off and I was like, oh, like this is cool, like, you know what I'm saying, just purchase the track and switch out the beat because this sounds stupid as hell, you know what I'm saying? Cause like, bro, sometimes I turn my beat up chunky. I don't give a fuck, dog. I don't care, you know what I'm saying? Like my shit will be the loudest thing. Like I don't care. Like I'm gonna fucking be loud. Like it's so when you take my shit, like it's gonna be like nasty as fuck and it's always gonna pop up and shit. But at the exact same time, like it's like they're asking you for your opinion type of shit, and it's just like I just ignore it now. Like you're not even gonna give my opinion because I feel like my opinion is even valid. Like it's my opinion is like has value to it type of shit, and it's just like I'm not even gonna listen to it type of shit. Like it's just never gonna happen. Like I literally got it just happened like 2 days ago, or I think last night it happened to me, and they got like 2 emails like, bro, oh, like fucking I want to purchase these beats and stuff. Check out these references. And it's like, bro, can you not read? Like the link right there. You know what I mean? If you can't even read, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I don't even want to do business with you type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like all the shit is right there. The links are right there. Like, bro, if you can't even follow like simple directions, like we're not even going to work type of shit. And it's just so much better because like you just end up saving yourself like a bunch of headaches. Cause I know a lot of the young guys or like dudes that are coming up, they're like, oh, like this is great, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking I'll put it on my compilation, or like, hey, go buy that shit. Bro, I don't waste my time on none of that shit no more, you know what I'm saying? You're either in this shit or you're not type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have time to waste, and if you have time to waste, like you don't even value your time type of shit. So I'm just like already ignoring it type of shit. Like it's not gonna happen. Like if we could talk about like real business etiquette type of shit, like it just follows simple directions and just realize that I don't know, like you're your own business. A lot of these guys don't even know, like, or a lot of these guys and gals don't even know they're their own business type of shit. And it's like, if you haven't realized that, like, we're not even in the same ballpark type of shit. Like, there's no point of us even talking, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that you're on my level type of shit. It just, you're not even on your own level. You're not even there yourself yet type of shit. Like, nah, I'm cool with that shit, nah.
Yeah, I think, like, if you really, the way I think about it is, like, if you're stealing my beat, and you want me to somehow respect you and like try to work with you, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like, if anything, tell me, yo, I'm looking about. I would say just explain it before you. I don't know, actually. I don't know how. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to see from their side how would you get them to like. Oh, I mean, I guess from their side would just be to buy it. That's what I would say. Just buy the lease at least, and then just send it to me and like.
Yeah.
And then we can work like that. It's like a lot easier.
I guess it really depends on like what they're trying to do. Like, okay, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to establish this relationship with this producer, or are you trying to just get validation for the song that you think is good? You know what I'm
Wow,
saying? So
that
like,
was it right there.
yeah, so it's like, okay, if you're trying to build a relationship with the producer, the first thing the producer just wants, like I'm not speaking for all producers, but I'm just speaking for myself and maybe you, is just respect from the get-go. And like, I don't know, with relationships and like business and stuff, I think the most, like in anything, it doesn't have to be music. It can be fucking, you can sell fucking pastries. You can sell fucking mariscos. I don't give a fuck what you do, but it's all about like communication. Communication is key. And if you guys are not communicating on the same level, somebody can take offense to certain things type of shit. But if you're trying to impress somebody and you're trying to build a relationship with somebody, like, it would just behoove you to just, I don't know, just like try to not please that person, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking just succumb to what their steps are type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I don't know how many times I got to put the, you know what I mean? Like, it's the first link when you see my beat, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's the link to this shit. If you want to purchase this shit to use it, this is what it is type of shit. And it's not just rappers. It's people that want to use music for certain things on their videos and shit. But like, bro, just follow the link, you know what I'm saying? If I have to, you know what I mean? Like, I understand everybody's not bright and shit, you know what I mean? Like, we live in 2022, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to, like, you know, make fun of nobody type of shit, but it's just like, bro, just follow the link, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I know when I want something, like, I know you want those shoes, right? You know how to get them, right? You know what I mean? Very easily. If you want some shit, you'll really fucking make that shit happen. And if you don't want it, you're going to skip steps and all that other type of shit. And then when we, as producers, as we see it, and when you present it to us, we're like, damn, this dude's messy. You know what I mean? Like, nah, like I'm cool off to that type of shit. Yeah. And these dudes who really do this shit and really invest in themselves, or guys and gals, the ones who really do it, we're like, damn, these fools are fucking crazy. Like, I'm about to send them some shit, you know what I'm saying? Because they really are presenting a full fucking package type of shit, you know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah, like, this dude is doing some shit. He's getting features. He's investing himself, or she's investing in herself. Like, I'm going to send them some shit that nobody's ever heard type of shit. Like, that's what, at least that's what it is like to me, you know what I'm saying? When I see people who actually fucking, who are like, I don't know, about their business and stuff like that see the bigger picture and shit. Like, I'm always like, oh, yeah, I'm going to send that person some shit that I haven't uploaded type of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I think about it the exact same way.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I'm agreeing with you on everything you said. And, like, one more thing I'd like to add, just so we move on to the next question, is, like, I feel like I treat everyone how you want to be treated, right? You've heard that saying, right? And if you come into my email and you're disrespecting me by showing me the beat that you ripped off of YouTube, how do you expect me to respect you? And like, that's what I feel like. That's it.
Yeah,
so you can't come into my email like trying to get validation, like you said, or something from me when you can't even show me the respect to like buy the beat, even the lease.
For sure.
I'm not telling you buy the exclusives or anything like that. Buy at least at minimum the lease, and then that's how, you know what I'm saying, like that. Like, and there's some artists that like buy the beat, they'll post it and tag me, and I'm like, oh wow, this is sick, I'm gonna work with you. And then that's how you just said it, like that, like you said it earlier, like just how you ended it, like, yeah, if like if you hear like their song, like, wow, it's actually, you know, like, I fuck with you, I like your sound, I'm gonna work with you now, I'm gonna send you something now. And it's like,
oh, for sure, yeah.
And like, that's how I feel like that's the best way.
No, I feel like that's the best way and shit too. And then like on top of that, like fuck, what were we talking about? Leases and shit. Damn, it just slipped my mind.
Yeah, you had something.
It was something good too. Showing people do. All right, fuck it, I already forgot.
You'll remember.
Yeah. Damn.
Now you're really gonna think about it all the time.
I am gonna think about it. I'm like, fuck, what was I gonna say and shit? Nah, cause like fucking it was something with emails and shit, and stealing beats, stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And it doesn't even matter if it's my fucking beat or your beat or like the homie's beat. Like, anybody I hear on some shit that's fucking tagged and shit, like, I'm already like, damn, because I'm in the producer game. So if I keep hearing the tag, I'm like, damn, bro, you couldn't even switch out the beat. Like, that's terrible, bro. Like, I don't want to hear none of that. It sounds so stupid, dude. Like, I've heard it so many times, and I've heard people kind of try to chop it. Well-known people too, like, try to chop it and get it out, and it's like, bro, why didn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, are you not taking these steps? Like, you know, switch that beat out. Like, people don't. I guess people don't know how to work fucking BeatStars or some shit. I'm not even sure. Like, they're just stuck to like a reference mix that they had, but like, nothing sounds more Bush League than like a fucking rap video and the tag going off all the time. Like it's so fucking.
Well, I think what it is they're at the studio because so I have homies that engineer, so they tell me the same thing. They're at the studio. The guy's like this. Okay, I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but this is how it is. They pay for let's say they pay 8 hours at the studio.
Yeah.
They go to the studio. They don't even have anything written. They just go to pay for the time to get an engineer. They pay 8 hours. The first 2 hours the first like hour, 30 minutes, they're looking for beats. Like, I like this beat. YouTube to MP3 it, then put it into a Pro Tools session. They let it play. They write lyrics. It takes them, 2-3 hours to finish one song. If they're good, it'll take them 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. I mean, I'm not even gonna say an hour. I'm gonna say 2 hours to get a solid song if they're good.
Okay.
And then think about it. They YouTube to MP3'd it. They paid for the session. They're like, let's get another 2 songs in. And then that 8 hour session, they just recorded over 2 to 3 beats on YouTube to MP3 that they just ripped and has their tags and all that stuff all over it. And then the engineer there mixes it, masters it for them. They send it back to them on their phone. They're like, wow, this is fire. They're not gonna go back and pay them to re-import the beat, the new purchase beat. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this happens all the time because I got homies that do this. You know what I'm saying? Like that like are engineers, and they say, bro, this will use the beat that's tagged, and like he didn't buy it, so now the song comes out with all the tags on it. You get what I'm saying? Is that
I do.
That's what I'm saying. Like the artist isn't gonna go back and buy the beat and then tell the engineer, hey, bro, can you take out the tagged file and put in the new file with only the one tag in the beginning? They don't understand that. They're not gonna do that. So like that's I know that from personal experience. I know that from my friends' experience at engineers. So like, I don't know. Yeah, it happens all the time.
No, I feel you the same way too and shit. Because it's like you know what I mean? Because like, as soon as you rip that YouTube to MP3, like it adds space on the MP3. So even if you went back and got the wave, you can't just switch that out normally. And like, I don't know about your shit, but like, you know what I mean? Well, I do know about your shit, but it's a lot more street type of shit. There's chops and cuts and shit like that. And once you start chopping and cutting in the studio with like a tagged beat, trying to go back and imitate that shit, dude, is so difficult. You know what I'm saying? So like, advice. Here's a quick advice. If you're a rapper and you're stealing fucking the beats and it's YouTube to MP3, do not start chopping that shit, because when you start chopping that shit,
it's not just simple drag and drop and go.
Now you're complicating shit to like the, what is it? Is it it's not even it's a millisecond, bro. Like now you're fucking, dude, it's never going to sound the way you want it to sound. Like, I would still even just purchase the MP3 without the tags just in case, you know what I'm saying, dude? Because like,
and then you go back and buy trackouts.
Go back and buy trackouts or just the wave, you know what I'm saying? Just so you have like that little bit more quality. So when it gets turned down to MP3, because like this is like, oh, here's a good point, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't understand the difference between like stems, wave, and MP3. All right, so like a lot of people just like, if you rip this shit off of YouTube, this shit is fucking garbage ass quality. So like, not garbage quality, it's good enough to stream. But all right, you have to think about it like this. If it's a beat that's on your YouTube, right, that's like streaming and you YouTube to MP3 it, right, it's already, you know, the quality is already degraded, you know what I'm saying, from the get-go. And then you record it, and then most likely your engineer is going to bounce out a wave in an MP3, right? So now you have an MP3 beat with wave stuff, with wave vocals on top of it, getting bounced down to an MP3. And then on top of that, they're going to upload this shitty ass MP3 with all the tags onto these streaming sites. And then it's going to play via Bluetooth, you know what I'm saying? Which is not even a true signal, through earbuds, which is picking like select frequencies that are on the beat. Like it's already fucked from the get-go type of shit is like my point, you know what I mean? Like, because each step you get it
gets degraded.
So like when you buy like these high ones, like some like, or like, you know, stems and stuff like that, it just because the steps aren't degraded, or is it degraded? Degraded at that point yet type of shit, you know what I'm saying? So like if you're taking it off of YouTube, bro, by the time it hits the streaming platforms, it's only like, you know what I mean, not to get technical, 60 hertz, 100, and 12K, you know what I mean? Like that's all that's, and 1K, that's probably that playing and shit. So like, if you rip that shit, like automatic from the get-go, it's not going to sound like the best that it could sound type of shit, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say that, I mean, that was all had to do with business etiquette, huh?
For sure. All business etiquette type.
Basically,
That
yeah,
was the
you're gonna ruin
question.
relationships if you come into my email with a stolen beat. That's what it is to me.
Yeah, for sure. And like, to be honest, if you like going back to like, if you want to build with producers, like if I was a rapper, I would just find the best producers in my game, and I would just become friends with them and support them in that sort of realm and shit, and just try to work with them. You know, you can ask them, oh, how much would this cost? How much would that cost? But like, I want to say every, but 99% of the producers I met do not like getting disrespected. And like, that's the number one disrespectful thing you can do. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
like, some people will be okay with it, but like some of these dudes out here who actually like, you know, it's like a livelihood type of shit, or really take pride in this shit, they're already disrespected off the get-go type of shit.
Because it's
sure.
been like for me, I can speak for myself. I've been started making beats. I'm not gonna say my history, but I'm making beats for a good amount of time, right? A good amount of years. And like you just see this one email that's 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes long of a song, and you hear your tag 5-6 times, and you hear the purchase your tracks today tag 3 times, and you're like, damn, like.
Oh, you know what? Let me play devil's advocate on this shit real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of producers put that free shit in there. Like I've never put that ever. Ever. I've never put free, you know what I'm saying? Parentheses free and shit. I don't know if you do that. Do you do that?
Did do that back in the day.
Yeah,
I stopped. Because,
producers they do that shit as like a marketing thing. Or
that's
shit.
what I was gonna say. It's like they do it because of you're now people look that up, so then you get your SEO, and you're trying to be like you're trying to rank, and you're trying to have your videos pop up, and that's why people do it. That's what it is. It's all because of that. That's all it is. If you go on any type beat, how to grow my channel, they all put the free boom whatever type of beat. And
is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh shit, bro.
But if you go in the description, everyone says free for nonprofit and all that, but like it's supposed to help with the ranking, and like I have that's what I used to do too, because I was really trying to like grow my channel. I mean, you're desperate when you're coming up, and like, you try to do everything you can, But now I don't do it because I don't know. If people see free and they will just So I just stopped putting it.
Yeah, I've never
over like a year.
Yeah, I've never done that, but like
and I have seen that you don't do it. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
like,
no, because nothing. Because nothing. I hate to. Tomorrow's 4th of July, but nothing in America is free. You know what I'm saying? If it's like no free for profit, I've had a lot of people hit me up like, I'm gonna release this shit for free for profit. I'm not responding to you type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It might not be a profit to you. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't think it's a profit to me, but there's some way that you're profiting off of this shit, whether it's fucking streams or fucking clout, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? But I don't put free in none of my shit just because I think it's dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nah. Lately, I've been thinking of putting the fucking price, in parentheses.
Yeah.
maybe that might be easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that free shit, I never do it. You know what I'm saying? And if you have like a good rebuttal to it, go ahead and fucking drop it in the comments. But I don't really think there's any rebuttal to that shit. There's no free to me. Like I don't like people rapping on my shit all tagged up. I think it sounds stupid and the quality's terrible. It doesn't. Even if it was free, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm just nothing.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. The reason why people do the free thing is for the search engine optimization. That's what it is. It's because you have a better chance. Because I guarantee you, more people are typing it in. Like I don't know the exact numbers, but let's just say free Larry June type beat has been searched up 300,000 times. I'm just saying I'm just guessing, right?
Okay.
I don't know the exact, but I'm just saying so people understand.
Yeah.
And so you can kind of see like my rebuttal to that. It's like devil's advocate to that. It's like free Larry June type beat. You look it up on YouTube. Let's just say 300,000 people a month search that. Okay. If you look up Larry June type beat, that's probably like 100,000 people look for it. So if you want to go in the high competition or high search market, right? People are looking high supply and demand, right? So more people are looking for free Larry June type beat than people are looking just Larry June type beat. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You get what I'm saying? Is like you have the potential of reaching a bigger audience if you look up free Larry June type beat than Larry June type beat. If that makes any sense.
Gotcha.
That's why people do it, to try to like, oh, I want people to watch my views and watch my video and get this. But I'm gonna say 100%. Never mind. I don't like saying 100.
No.
99.9% of people that put free on there are not trying to sell it for free. They're trying to make money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like they have their links to buy the beats and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So If you're an artist out there and you see free, it's not free. I'm telling you right now, it's not free unless it says free. Unless they put free for profit or whatever. Then there's like, okay, then maybe they're like trying to get their name out there. Because I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of videos of how to grow your channel, and this is more like, it's me trying to like come up on YouTube and stuff like that. But that's like a whole other thing. Yeah. But people. That's why people use free. That's why. long story short, people use free on the beginning of the titles because they want to like rank higher and get more views.
Gotcha.
That's the only reason why.
Well, shit, that's your fault then.
Yeah. Nah, but I don't do it either because like a lot of people will steal your stuff because they don't understand. This is the business thing. It's like, well, not even the business thing. It's like people don't when they see free, they're like, oh, it's free. I'm gonna just YouTube MP3 and download.
So let me get this straight. So like, what you guys are doing is like when you guys put not you because like you don't do it anymore. Yeah, you did in the past, but this is like some small print type of shit. Like that's
what
what it is. Gotcha.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
See, I never liked it just because like you know what I mean, like how we were talking about earlier, like somebody email with your shit all fucking tagged up and you feel disrespectful and shit. So I never even thought about it that way. I always just thought like, oh, you're doing this for nonprofit? Like, you don't see value or equity in this shit? Like, nah, fuck. Like, I don't want anything to do with that type of shit. Like, that's how I always thought about it. Like, oh, like, you're not even investing in yourself? Like, I don't want to be a part of that. Like, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we going to go? You know what I mean? Because a lot of dudes and gals, I have to keep saying this shit because I know there's more female MCs and shit out there, and female producers and shit, but I guess they just think about this shit like it's American Idol type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm Simon and you're fucking Randy. You know what I mean? Like, nah, bro. Like, this isn't. I guess people think about it like it's like a tryout and we're like Bad Boy Records or some shit. Yeah. And like, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to drop a record and stuff and like it's going to change the world. And if you're at that level, like, I applaud you and shit and it's cool. But like, you got to step back and realize that it's so much more than that. You know what I'm saying? It's so much more than that. Like, it's so much more business. It's so much more investments. It's so much more time. And I guess just because I'm older and shit, like, you know, you're way younger than me, you know what I'm saying? But you already kind of know, like, dude, time is your most valuable asset. Yeah. And you just can't just give everybody your time.
That's what I was saying about, like,
Yeah, no, time. If we can talk about anything, it's time and shit. Because, like, that's all they're paying for is really just time. You know what I mean? Like, oh, can you make me a custom exclusive? What are they paying for? Are they paying for your artistic shit? For sure. But what they're really paying for is that
time.
That Thursday.
That time you set aside for them.
That 4 hours, you know what I'm saying? When you could have been working on some other shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're paying for that time. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's really what it is. But, yeah, I hate seeing that shit.
Yeah. I mean, I stopped it because, like, I was getting a lot of people just downloading stuff. Nope. And that's why I tagged up my beat even more because, like, it's not going to say free on it no more, but it's going to have all my tags. It's going to have the purchase your tracks today tag. I'm putting it all over because if you put it on Spotify, I want people to make fun of you for stealing my beat.
So, okay, let me just stop right there. So if anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, this is what we do. As a producer, we do a couple of I could say bounce outs, but that's going to be a little bit complicated for somebody who's not making a beat. So what we do is we make the beat. And then at the end of it, we, you know what I'm saying, we seal the deal and we push out an MP3 or a wave. And a lot of times we push out something that goes on YouTube that has the tag every 8 bars. So when somebody takes it, we can hear it every 8 bars. And when we hear it every 8 bars, we know that the person didn't purchase the beat or they didn't switch it out or they purchased the beat and never switched it out. Yep. So that's what we're talking about. So after that is done, we'll take out all the tags except for the first one and then bounce that out and then upload that. So when somebody buys it, it only has the tag in the beginning so that we can get we can get our credit and then they can do whatever they want on the record without it sounding Bush League and the tag every 8 bars, you know, so it's less distracting.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what we're saying and shit.
Yeah. I don't well, when you hear us say tag, it's like our producer tag. So our name is going to say, or whatever our thing is. Like his is Hunger Force, mine's Trunx, you're the greatest. You're going to hear that every 8 bars. Yeah. So we know, we do it to protect ourselves so no one steals our beats pretty much on YouTube. That's why we do it. Yeah. That's what the point is. So
and we keep the tag. Yeah. And we keep the tag in the beginning because, you know, artists.
That's how you establish your name. Think about Wheezy out, you know, like,
well,
Weezy, like all these people.
It definitely established the name, but also just because, like, you know, artists have a lot of different producers on their project and stuff, and sometimes true. Sometimes they can't remember, and like if you don't get your credit on the back of the cover, at least your tag is in. Yeah. So that's one. It's almost like a, what do they call it? BCC, back carbon copy, and like CC, you know, carbon copy and shit. It's almost like you're protecting yourself and shit. Yeah. Just because like, you know what I mean, they're not gonna tag you in all this stuff. You might not have your name on the credits. So at the end of the day, when that shit pops up and it's nice and chunky and shit, you just have your credit, you know. But sometimes they cut out the first 4 bars or 8 bars. And
so you have to like place it in the right.
Yeah. So that's that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother conversation. Yeah. But yeah, it's always just to protect yourself and just kind of cover your bases and, you know, cross your T's and dot your
eyes.
lowercase J's.
Lowercase J's?
Yeah.
You mean your eyes?
No, lowercase J's.
All right, you could be different.
See, that's how I know you're old, bro. You never or young and shit. You never seen Wayne's World 2?
Yeah, I've seen. Wait, how do I? What do you mean? They say that on there?
Yeah, remember in Wayne's World? You've seen Wayne's World 2?
Yeah.
Remember they go try to get the permit and shit for the festival, and the guy has a fake eye.
Oh wait, I'm tripping out. I'm thinking about Wayne's Bros. I'm not thinking about Wayne's World.
Oh, the Wayne's brothers.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I'm thinking about. When you said Wayne's World, I was like, yeah, I've seen that. What do you mean? And then I see.
Yeah, Wayne's World, bro.
Yeah, see, when you're 15 years older than me, yeah, I'm not gonna know what that is.
Am I 15 years
No,
old?
I was just messing around.
Oh shit! I was like, I know it's close to that, but I didn't know it's 15. God damn.
It's not that much.
I'm only 10 years older than you, know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Or no, 8.
Yeah, maybe something
Damn,
like that.
bro, why you fucking dating me like that, man? Come on, man.
You are a little bit older than, you said it though. You said I'm a lot older than you, so I was like, all right, well.
Well, I was just saying that just because I don't know if you've seen Wayne's World. Then you say,
No, I never seen it. I had seen Wayne's Bros.
Oh, well, don't go back and watch it. It's fucking dumb. If you didn't come up in the 90s type of shit, it's not going to make any sense.
Yeah, no, see, I was born in 99, so I don't even.
Sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
God damn,
Yeah.
bro. Well, I was 9 in 99.
Yeah, same.
So 9 years older than you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's not that far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna bring up another one more question real quick. So this is a good one. I'm actually gonna name who it is. This is my guy right here. My guy J Smooth Beats, man. Go subscribe to my guy. Make some dope ass beats.
Ding, 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 ding.
That's my guy J Smooth. He's a beast. So he said creative blocks. Like, how do we each? Because everyone's different. Like there's a lot of different ways to get out of creative block, whether that be like beat block, you know what I'm saying? Like for us, yeah. I'm assuming he's talking about beat block kind of thing. So that's what I'm assuming he's talking about. So like, I don't know if you want to elaborate how you get over it or how you try to come by it, or do you want me to answer first?
Yeah, you answer first.
All right.
I feel like I talked a lot. Let's as far as creative block or any sort of block or just like kind of being, because people say block and stuff, but it's really just not motivated, right? Yeah, or just like trying to achieve certain things. But yeah, you tell me.
Okay. So for me, I feel like number one is you can't just like force a beat out sometimes. Like you never try to like sit down and force a beat out.
Yeah.
I've definitely done that because I'm like, dang, like I don't know how to explain. Like I kind of come home, I'm like, well, I guess I'll make a beat right now. Like, cause I just got home from work. I'm like, this is what I do. So I'm gonna just make a beat. But it's like, if I don't feel it, like I don't know what direction I go as soon as I load in FL, cause I work in FL. So I was like, that's how it is for me. I never try to force a beat out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have a schedule. Like after work, I make beats or I'll eat and then I'll make beats. Like I kind of like, I feel like you should definitely like schedule. For me, I that's just me. I feel like maybe I'm just scheduled. I'm like, what's it called, like schedule regiment or whatever. Yeah. I kind of like base myself off a schedule and stuff. So, I'm gonna talk about. I'll talk about the schedule after. But so a few things I do for like number one, when I get home from work, I eat my food and I load up YouTube and I look up. I just listen to people's beats for the like new beats that came out that day, whether it's Hunger Force, Idea, Who. Whether J Smooth or there's so many like hella people that just you just go on YouTube, the home screen, and you see like new it came out a few hours ago or yesterday. Yeah. So I just click on one and let it play and just like let it just auto play and it just runs beats. That's one thing. I'll eat and just like I'll eat and like clean my room if anything or whatever I gotta do in my house and I just let the beat play and I just kind of get motivated and I'm like I hear sounds and like, oh wow, he did like that's a cool, whether you hear like, oh, that pad is cool, I'm gonna make a beat with the pad today, or I'm gonna try to do a beat with the pad, or I'm gonna try to do, whether it's whatever instrument you like from that beat, maybe try to go make a beat like with that instrument, and just I get like motivated. Like, bro, I used to listen to Mike D's like beats all day. Like Mike D, like I don't know why. Whenever I hear his beats, I'm like, damn, I gotta make something. Man. Like Mike D's a fool, man. Like that was crazy. Mm-hmm. So that's what I do. I listen to people's beats. Listen to music too. Like I listen to like, music that I like, either whatever artist, that's what I do. Definitely take a break. If you're trying to force a beat, don't just sit on the computer. Don't sit on like your DAW and try to force out a beat. Yeah. Like I said before. Like, like, I don't know, go work out or something. Go do something productive outside and just take your mind off of trying to force a beat out. Yeah, for sure. Work on people's like loop kits. Like use loops, maybe sample instead of trying to make a melody from scratch.
Yeah.
You know, or go on YouTube, look up tutorials on, like, if you're not the best at music theory like me, like, you know, look up, like, whether it's like learning music theory or whether it's learning how to play a song on the piano. Because that's one thing I've learned too, is like, if you learn how to play a song on the piano, you can transfer those same chords and notes and then just make your own groove and put it on FL with different instruments. You have those VSTs that we're talking about, like,
yeah,
you know, and play those same chords. And like, if the chords are on the piano, like, play those chords in a Rhodes, play them in a pad, play them in, like, you know, synth keys or whatever, like, whatever. Just change it up, and you can bring a different sound. I'm not saying use the same chord progression, but you can use the same chords or notes, and then just, like, you build, like, melodies on top of that. And like, that helps me out too, you know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff like that. I learned how to play like 4 or 5 songs, and then that kind of helps you out. Like, oh, I know this note goes with this key. I know this key can add with this one, and you already know. Especially if you don't know. Like, I'm not the best at music theory. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I'm like the best at all.
Yeah.
Diamond's my guy Diamond. Shout out Diamond. He's a beast. And like, you know what I'm saying? I can't just pull up and like play some crazy shit in like 2 minutes, in like a minute.
For sure.
I can't do that. That's not me. And like, that's all right though, because, like, you know, you get it how you can. You know what I'm saying? It come out however.
Yeah.
You know, you go to. Yeah, I was gonna make an analogy. Like, you use a car to get to this place, but use another car to get you to the same place. It doesn't matter, as long as you get to the same end product no matter what.
Got you.
Yeah, like, that's what I would say I recommend too. Is like, you know, learn whether it's learning like a video of jazz, or like jazz piano, or some jazz chords, or you learn how to play a song and then you transfer that into FL or whatever DAW you use, whatever, to make beats. So like, that's what I would say. Yeah. And like, yeah, like, I don't know, like, I work out, and like, it kind of just takes my mind off of like music all the time. And sometimes I'll work out without music. I'll have a podcast on, and then like it. I don't know. I just don't force like music all the time. You don't have to force beats, and then like it doesn't. It just can't. It kind of just comes to you. You know. Don't ever force it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I would say. I don't know if I said anything helpful, but that's what I do.
No, I think you did say a lot of stuff that was helpful and shit. I get beat block every now and then. I wouldn't call it beat block or anything like that. It's just like, you know what I mean, where you trying to make stuff and shit's not sticking and stuff like that. I've been asked this a lot of times, to be honest. Like, if this is not number 1, it's probably number 2. And like, the biggest advice I could just say is just, I don't know, just, I tell people just live a good life type of shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're just not stressed out and you're just having a fucking good time, like, stuff just comes naturally. It's way better if you're just like just doing your own thing type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know when I was like early on trying to do stuff, like, oh, let me force out a beat, and like, when I would force stuff, it would be bad. But if I was just, you know, me and my lady, we would go on vacation a lot of times, and I would take my laptop, and when we go on vacation, I would make some of the best beats I've ever made type of shit, just because my mind wasn't on it, and it was like a different setting and shit, you know what I mean? Like, smoking backwoods in the studio at 2 a.m., that might be beneficial to a lot of people, but it's not really beneficial to me, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather smoke at fucking 8 a.m. and just feel good, you know what I mean? And we're on like a fucking cruise type of shit, or we're in Mexico, or we're in Hawaii. Like, it just, the shit just comes out better. Like, I feel like if you lived a more balanced life, like, everything kind of just comes together. Like, sometimes I have a beat block, and I'm like, all right, well, like, I have beat block, if you want to call it that. And I'm just like, well, if I have beat block, sometimes I'll just take my wife out, bro, and we'll just go get like a little 5-course dinner. And I'm like, all right, I'm back motivated type of shit. Cause like, I know where I'm supposed to be at type of shit. Like, you know, and life is good. You know what I'm saying? Just like, and if life is good and like everything is like straight and shit, like everything just comes a lot more naturally. Like, at least that's how it was for me type of shit. So like, if everything is cool, like, we're in our studio, we're in my studio right now. Like, we don't have to go anywhere type of shit. Like, everything is like nice here. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to like try to make up for anything. It's just like, oh, like, that's why like when a lot of people come here, they feel like so much inclined and shit. It's like, oh, this is a cool like space to work with. So if you have like beat block, I would say get out of your bullshit ass room. You know what I'm saying? Go have a good time. Link up with your friends. Link up with a couple ladies. You know what I'm saying? Or some dudes for the gals. You know what I'm saying? Either or the dudes.
Or the dudes.
We don't judge.
It's 2022, man. Come on.
A partner, whatever it is.
Partner.
You know what I'm
There
saying? Just try to be, you know what I'm saying, not proactive, but try to be less stress-free, you know, especially for our genre and shit. Just try to experience life and just have a good time. eat some good food. I don't know about you, but when I first started getting money, you know, we grew up like really, really poor and shit. So like, you know, it was like sopa a lot of the times, like, you know, 5 days a week type of shit. But now it's like, bro, it's like quality food, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking, I go to Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, all that shit. I don't drink no bullshit, none of that stuff. Like I just eat good stuff, and I feel like it's good fuel, and it fuels the beats and stuff, and it allows me to make good ass shit, and it just like, it's just easier now type of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I was somebody that had beat block, I would just do something that's like the opposite of the schedule that you have, and just try to like just live a good life and just be stress free. And whenever you feeling motivated, and whenever you're feeling like it's like, oh yeah, like I feel like I'm like 100 right now and I could really drop some shit, then just go in the studio or go into your lab and start going crazy type of shit. But I wouldn't force anything at all. When you force shit, that's when shit gets weak as fuck, you know what I'm saying? But also, not to be devil's advocate, you know what I'm saying? But as a producer, you reach a certain point, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, a lot of producers will say like, man, this shit is whack. This shit is whack. This shit is whack. And then like, it might be whack to you, but if it's well put together, you know what I'm saying? Like I've said this analogy a lot of times, you know, there's a lot of people out there that really love PT Cruisers. There's a lot of people out there that really love Lamborghinis. Yeah. There's a lot of people out there that like fucking Kias. There's a lot of people out there that love fucking Maseratis. You feel me? Like, as long as you're put together well and like you know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? You have different markets and different strokes, different folks. And if you could put stuff together well enough, it doesn't matter whether you think it's cool or not. What matters is that it's a good product type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you have beat block, not to go back to the other shit, but just try to live something cool and just try to just be, you know what I mean, less stress-free, and everything will sound a lot better. But there's no such thing as a bad beat if you're a good producer. That's my driving home thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, you actually don't even listen to what I said. Just listen to what this was just said. Because that was everything I was thinking of, but I didn't say it.
No,
that was perfect.
No. You said
the whole
right.
thing about like it's all about the headspace. Make sure you're like not stressed out. Like that all makes sense. Like
unless you're trying to make stressed out beats. You know what I'm saying? Like unless you want to sound like fucking, if emo core is what you're going for, then live an emo core life type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Break up with this girl, break up with this dude. You know what I mean? Do whatever the fuck you have to do to whatever is in your genre. But like for me, it just sometimes I just have to pull back and just have a really good time and just enjoy myself and just enjoy, because it's a ride and we're all going on that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So just enjoy yourself, and if you're in a good headspace, and like the problem is like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times people have problems with this shit is just because it's not really them type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And they're imitating.
Yeah,
shit,
they're forcing something.
Yeah, they're forcing something. But when it's just you. Bro, if I can't make a beat in 2 days, I'm not even worried about it, because I already have like 6 collabs lined up with the homie, and I just make a video to it and I release it. But that's not for a lot of people, you know what I mean? A lot of people, that's not what they're doing. They're trying to like imitate certain stuff, and they're just waiting, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people are trying to imitate you, and they're just waiting like, hey, when's he gonna drop? Let me hear his new shit. I could do what he's doing type of shit. But when you're just you, it's just so much easier type of shit.
Yeah. And I think like you really do have to love it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't, it's like the whole thing about forcing it. You have to love what you do, and that's how you become the best at it.
For sure. Yeah. You know? Dude, you have to love it, dude, because it's going to hurt you, man. Like fucking, I've made beats for so long, like fucking, it's hurt me so many times, and I've quit one time. I'll never quit again, because like I've already made peace with it, you know what I'm saying? I'll be 50 years old and I'm still gonna open up FL Studio no matter what. Like same. I've already it doesn't matter at what age I do. It's just like I'm just gonna open it up, just like an alcoholic or like a gambling holic or whatever the fuck you say, like fucking like they're gonna go place a bet type of shit. Like it's just always gonna happen. I'm always gonna open up FL. I'm always gonna drop something. Like I don't care. Like it's always gonna happen type of shit. So as soon as you become accustomed to it and you're like okay with it, it's just gonna be a lot better type of shit. Yeah.
I hope y'all are soaking up this game, because I'm just sitting here like, wow.
This
experience right here.
It's not even game type.
This is what Wayne's World will show you. This is what Wayne's World will show you. You know, you get all this life experience that you don't know yet.
Nah, bro, because it's all trial and error and shit. And like I don't know, like it's trial and error and shit, and like I guess I can just explain it to like how I understand it type of shit, and just kind of like not necessarily pass it down, because like I get that a lot. Everybody's like, man, you're always spitting game and shit. And I don't want to be the spitting game motherfucker, bro. Like that's not me type of shit. I just want to tell people from my experience, because I feel like, I mean, you know how this shit is with information. We talked about the last podcast. When I get information, I just soak up information, and it might not all be for me, but I can at least take like little parts from it type of shit. I don't need it all, but if I can get like a little bit of it, then I'm okay with it, and I kind of freak it the way I would freak it type of shit, because like there's no answer is right type of shit. You know what I mean? Just like Einstein says, was no stupid questions. I don't know if that was Einstein, but
someone said it. Yeah, I've heard
somebody said that shit. Somebody with like a receding hairline and white hair said that shit. But yeah, bro, like that's how I always seen it, and like that's how I always picked up off of it. But just live a good life, bro. There will be no beat block type of shit. And if you get beat blocked, step away from it. Go run a mile and come back, bro. You know?
Yeah. No,
I actually got asked that. I got asked that. Not on the questions, but I got asked that recently. It was just about exercise and shit. You know what I'm saying? And just like, man. Not to don't zoom in on my face type of shit, but like, bro, if I can hand down any of the young dudes who are making beats and shit, it's just like, bro, take care of yourself. Yeah. For sure, take care of yourself, because, you know, there's no health insurance in this game. Yeah. And, you know, I know a lot of you guys haven't seen 6 a.m. in a long time, and it's a lot of backwood blunts and Fronto leaf and graba leaf and, you know what I'm saying, sodas and chips and bullshit all the time. And like a lot of that shit could really cloud your judgment on a lot of stuff. So if I could advise anything, it's just get out of that bullshit. For real. Yeah, because fucking eating hot Cheetos on a daily basis is not right. Fast food on a daily basis is not right. Sometimes you just, that's why we fuck with Larry so much. You know what I'm saying? Just like, bro, you know, sometimes you gotta drink 6 cups of spinach. Yeah, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You haven't ate a vegetable in 7 days. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta take care of that shit. Yeah. And like, you'd be surprised at how much your immune system and everything. Just take care of yourself. It's like the best thing I could do. You know what I'm saying? Drinking a 40. You know what I'm saying? I only go crazy on the weekends type of shit. But like, 5 days out the week, just take care of yourself.
Yeah, that's a good point. Listen to Larry. Listen to Payroll. You know what I'm saying? Man. Listen to G Perico, and like that's it. That gets you motivated right there.
For sure, I would say so and shit, bro. Cause like at least, you know what I'm saying, like, cause like I don't know, bro. Like I've been in studios and shit. Even like people I know and shit. It's just like, damn, bro. All it smells like is blunts in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, can we get some fucking cauliflower? Yeah. Like you'd be surprised. You know what I mean? Like how much a tangerine would do to a room. You know what I mean? Like damn. You remember back in the day when like people were like on ships and shit, like pirate ships, and people were getting like scurvy because they didn't have fruit and shit. Like, bro, eat an apple, do something. Yeah, like dude, like people are just living off this fast food bullshit and like chips and sodas and bro, that's a
good point. You know, live a healthy lifestyle. Make sure your mind's clear. Like all that shit Larry June says makes like perfect sense. Like really, like it's like advisable, like shit that he says on all his shit, like all that organic shit, you know, like eating right, living good, working out, living a stress-free life as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? As you can, everyone lives. I mean, I know like everyone has different situations, but as close as you can to trying to be stress-free, I feel like that's what helps. You know, like that'll help you in the beat block shit, whatever you can. You know, so I hope J Smooth, that answers your question.
Yeah,
or,
bro.
You know, gives you some insight on like how we handle it.
And I'm pretty sure bro lives his life like that too. And shit. And but sometimes it just be small questions. So maybe it was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should have that protein shake. Or maybe, you know what I'm saying? Lay off a maybe put the shit in a fucking raw paper instead of a backwood type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Or just anything type of shit.
Or don't smoke like me.
Yeah, or don't smoke. You know what I mean? Like, you know how studio sessions go, bro. Like, yeah. You're not no pee-wee. You know
I've been in the game,
bro. You get in there, it's fucking. You come outside and it's daylight. You're like, damn, how long have I been in this motherfucker, bro? It's like a hangover, bro. You don't even drink, but like when you wake up and go outside and it's like 7 a.m., that's exactly what a hangover feels like. Yeah, you're like, damn, bro. Like your lack of sleep, lack of water, lack of nutrients, and it's fucking daylight. It's exactly like a hangover. And shit.
So hopefully that helps anyone that's like dealing with beat block or whatever. That's not even a beat block. That's like life advice.
Block.
That's a life advice. Yeah, life block right there. That's what that is.
Yeah, dog. If I could tell anybody that shit is like for sure, man. Yeah. Because like,
But what I was gonna add on to the point is like to that beat block, the beat block stuff is like I'm gonna kind of bring that into how I got to the G Perico placement because when I
Oh
got
yeah.
well,
Hey, bro, congrats on. Hey, let me fucking cheers
right
your
here my
shit,
empty
bro.
cup.
Congrats.
Thank you.
No, no worries. Fucking empty cup and all,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Fucking. It's 111th Street, the EP, right?
Yep, 111th East Street. That's the album.
Damn, bro. Did he put you on, bro? Did he jump you in or shit? Or
No, no,
nah,
I'm
nah.
not.
You're not from Broadway
I'm not
now?
affiliated in any way. I'm
Damn.
just supportive of the artist's music. That's
I
what
thought
it
homie
is.
put you on for 13 seconds and shit.
No,
You know
no,
what I'm
no,
saying?
no. I was not getting no. But no, like see, like how that came about was it was a long, like really what it was Mike D. Mike D put me on. Like that's why I always have love for Mike D. Like
Yeah.
that's my boy for life right there. Mike D. Like that's my dog, Mike D. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like that's my
For
guy
sure.
for sure. Cause like yeah, like this goes back like I don't gotta like bring up the whole backstory, but anyways, we tapped in a long time ago, like when I first started making like Larry June beats, and then like that's how we worked, right? And one of our first we made like a few first labs in the beginning, and then I sent him the LA Night sample, and I chopped it up and all that, and sent it to him, and then
Fire
basically
record. Go
we got
check
on
that
LA the single the Ain't No Love in LA when
Oh,
you were on
yeah.
that EP, you know what I'm saying?
I
That
was, yeah.
yeah. So that and you had the best song on there that I keep telling everyone.
Nah.
Single for the summer.
Nah.
That new vet, that blue vet, that 2022 vet.
I'll tell you the story after that. After
Yeah.
you tell me your story.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
like that, right? So that's how I got onto the first ever G Perico EP. And then Mike's, because Mike did that. He fully produced that EP. You know what I'm saying? With like some help with like Hunger Force and
Yeah.
and then me and stuff like right. So, that's how I first like got the connection with G, right? So I had messaged him like, yo, like I responded to a story a while ago, like, and then like saying like, yo, like I co-produced that song LA Nights with Mike D, and then like
Yeah.
and then ever since that he just tapped in with me. He's like, bro, like he gave me his phone number and we locked in.
Yeah.
And then like, and then I remember I want to say like earlier this year he's like send me stuff because I want to work on like I'm trying to work on like a few EPs and I'm trying to get a project with you and stuff like that, and like let's really grind 22 Hurricane. I was like, all right, let's get it. So then like we had so I sent him a bunch of beats, like so many beats, like, and he just and then the first beat I sent him, I was trying to my guy Mike D put me on, so I was trying to repay Mike D, and like I sent him like all our Mike D's collabs like that I have, and like I sent him one beat, and it's actually my favorite song on the EP, and this beat with me and Mike, like it means a lot to me, that song, because like me and Mike, that was our like one of our first like 3 labs we ever did, and this is like over 2 years ago.
What beat was it?
I what did we called it, like I forgot what we called it, man.
What song is it?
Well, it's called it's Young and Restless.
Oh,
that's like my favorite.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite song.
Got you.
Just because like that was like me and Mike's first ever, like one of our first ever collabs, right? Like my first year making this shit, and like 2 years, and I sent him a beat that's like almost 2 years ago, 2 years old, like it's still resurfaced, and like that's what's dope about it, is like I sent him a collab for me and Mike D like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Cause I was like I could hear him on, and like that's why it means a lot to me, because like that was like Mike put me on like to the first EP, and then like it was one of me and Mike's first ever labs, and then like I sent it to G just to I make sure that me and Mike were on it again, because I got to get Mike on there. He's the reason why it was all possible, really.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I sent him a bunch of beats, and he sent me the songs too as he was making them and stuff like that, and I was hearing them, and then yeah, so pretty much how it worked out, I just sent him beats through text message, and then I was just like sending him like whatever beat I made that day, and like I thought he could go on it, I'd send it to him, and then he would just like a few days later he'd send it back to me, like a song back, or like, and then he Dropboxed me like the whole EP like a week before it came out, and yeah, I've heard the songs for a minute, and then he finally dropped it. 111th East EP out now, streaming everywhere.
Go check that shit out, bro. Yeah. That shit's fire.
Co-produced. Well, the full thing is fully produced by me, and then I got help from the first eventually by my guy Diamond, and then the interlude is by Foley.
Yep.
And Yeah, I wish he did a full song to that because that beat is fire.
Oh
But yeah,
yeah,
the interlude
the
is cool though.
interlude joint,
It's still cool though. Like I know he want to do his thing on there. So
yeah,
and then me and Mike D got like 3 on there. So
yeah.
I had to make sure I got Mike on there, man, because he helped me out a lot. So that's why I get Mike back on there.
Nah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Me Hunger Force don't worry about us. You know what I'm saying? We're doing we got some things. But
yeah, bro. To be honest, like that whole EP was fucking fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. Probably Confessions is probably my favorite record on that shit.
Yeah,
that shit is fucking hard.
That shit's fire too. Yeah,
bro. Like if I could recommend any fucking record, like you know what I'm saying, like just because I add stuff to like my playlist where there's working out and stuff, but that Confession shit, bro, that shit's fucking clean. And like I appreciate you going back and like you know what I mean. Like it's all about like what we were talking about earlier is like relationships and shit like that. It's just like. You pay it back forward. So if you were on this other shit, it's just like, oh, let me incorporate this dude and stuff like that. Just because like sometimes the beat just be better with 2 people on it type of shit. And like, you know what I mean? Some like different input and stuff. And then like, what is it? The No Love in LA and shit. I did the single for the summer and shit like that with Mike and shit like that too. And like same thing too. If like, if I ever got put on with that full, like I would incorporate all the homies just so like, you know, cause like a lot of people early on, like especially producers, they have that tough time just getting that first placement type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Just getting that first one or whatever it may be type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But like they feel so much more empowered after that first type of joint and shit. But yeah, that Confessions of a G, bro. I've been banging that shit like fucking crazy.
We could do it behind the beat for that.
Oh, definitely, bro. Like I told you, I'll record it for you. And
yeah,
shit.
we can do a few of them. Yeah. Because that one. You know, the funny thing is when I sent Mike the melody.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. I was like, no, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of whack. Like I thought it was good, but the way he flipped it was like, wow. Like
what'd you do on the beat?
I did all the melodies, all the bass. Like
you did the bass on that shit too?
But Mike added that 808 that hits on the off. You know what I'm saying? On the second note.
The off. Okay,
yeah,
got you.
That's Mike's shit. He does that shit, and that shit's fire. But
okay, got
yeah.
you,
But we can do it behind the beat. You know.
Yeah.
And like, well, I guess more like behind the melody because I don't have the drums or anything. Like Mike did that, but
that's all good shit.
Oh yeah.
Well, you have the session and shit like that. It's all good.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, you can break it down and shit like that. Even like the other breakdown, like people don't give a fuck. They just want to see what happened type of shit. Whether it's the steps and shit like that, but. Yeah,
that's one thing I would say too is like how I was talking about like I thought the melody wasn't the greatest, and then like Mike D's drums on like that's the thing is like collabing will. That's another thing about B Block. I feel like this go back to the previous thing, but that helps out a lot. It's like,
yeah,
I have a melody and I'm like, damn, I do my drums. I'm like, maybe I wasn't feeling. Maybe my drums weren't the best that day, or I didn't put the right bounce on that melody.
For sure.
And then you send it to I mean, Mike D's a god freak. That was crazy. He really is Mike D exclusive. There's only one Mike D. You know what I'm saying? Exclusive. That's Mike D.
For sure. Yeah.
And like. He, you know what I'm saying? Like he did all the drums on it and like he made it. It was just like perfect the way he did it. And I was like, damn.
Sure,
and then hearing it all combined with when I sent it to G and then he sent me back the song.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, this is fire. And to think about like that melody was made like over a year and a half ago and like it's just crazy. It's just crazy to me like how how far like something like that could happen. So like it's just
crazy that shit was made a year ago, bro, because that shit sounds brand new and shit. But yeah, like going back to like beat block and collabing and shit, like I can't advise anything more. I won't endorse anything more than collabing for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because like sometimes like I make stuff even with my drums on it and I just mute the drums and just send it to somebody, like, you know what I mean? Because it's all trust and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I hardly ever send anybody like a looper or something that's like out of a pack. Like I just send them a lab type of shit because I know we're gonna go crazy. And every time I send something to somebody, I already know that they're gonna spaz on it type of shit. Like I don't even need to second guess it. You know what I mean? Like it's already gonna go up. Like I know it's gonna go up type of shit. So anytime I ever send something to somebody, like I already know this shit about to do not even do numbers, but I know
the beat's about to be fire. That's
for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already know it's about to go up type of shit because I know what some people are good at and what people aren't good at. Type of shit.
Because Mike D sent me Legitimate, the song Legitimate.
Yeah.
He sent me the FLP session. He's like, bro, I want you to like knock this out and add like your West Coast, like add like, add your shit to it because I know you're gonna do something to it. So then like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. So that's the thing. Like Mike entrusted me in that too. So I'm saying, like, I understand what you're saying. Like Mike trusted me in sending me the session and me finishing it, and and then what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Yeah, but Mike, that's the thing is that you build a trust with people after collaborating for so long.
What's business at that point? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, I know this motherfucker's gonna do this shit. Mm-hmm. Like I don't have to second guess anything type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking, and that's the way I like to do business, especially with collabs and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like. Cause you know how that shit is. Like you get like a lot of DMs or emails like, oh, I just sent you 4 loops. Like, bro, you don't even know me. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, I sent you a personal email. Like, nah, bro. Like, I don't even know you type of shit. We never even talked. You know what I mean? Like, I can't really. It's not that I can't, but it's just like I don't even know you. You know what I mean? Like, you might be weird or some shit. Like, I'm not wasting time on that shit. Fuck that.
Well, to add on, just I want to add a little more backstory because this is what I like about podcasts is like I like to see a lot of behind the scenes stuff, a lot of things. You know, I like that stuff. I don't know, I just like it. I like the. We got it.
You feel me? So yeah, bro, 111th Street East, EP and shit.
Yep.
So you got jumped in and shit.
No.
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 Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry, I thought I read that story on Hip Hop DX and shit.
No. That wasn't on the magazine blog, whatever.
So let's just talk about that, even like track to finish and shit type of shit. Like I'm trying to figure out like what people would want to know. And was it like you sent him something structured, or you just sent him all sorts of beats and he just decided what he was gonna rap on type of shit?
All right. So how it first started, I sent him. I'm gonna say like 10 beats.
Okay.
That I had already had on my hard drive.
Okay.
And then I was like, all right, if he likes these, like, you know, like maybe I'll send him more if he needs more. And then he said, send me some more. So I sent him another like 10. These are all like, I already had these beats. I've already had them.
Okay.
Because I already have like beats like on my hard drive all ready to go just in case someone like an artist wants to like work. I'm like, okay, I don't want him to wait like 2 weeks for me to finish a whole new pack of beats.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna send him some stuff right now that I got, and then eventually I'm always gonna be making beats, so I could just send him more stuff.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like remember that I was telling you about, like I was just in that G Perico mode for like a month, like
for
just
sure.
making only G Perico shit when we first started working, right?
Yeah.
Cause I was like, I'm really about it. I'm trying to work. Like I'm not like gonna talk about it and not trying to do it, right? So I sent him like 10 maybe 15 beats that like are like I had on my hard drive already.
Okay.
And then when he's like, yo, send me some more, I started making new stuff throughout that time
back it up
to like send him new stuff that I've been making.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's what I did too. And then yeah, so I sent him, that's all the beats were when he wanted me to send them. But what was that? What were you asking also?
No, just like, did you select certain things, or like, okay, like for example, like the first record on there is like you and Diamond, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, like was that beat made a long time ago, or did you reach out to Diamond and be like, hey, like fucking, let's make something like this, that, you know what I'm saying? Or was it like just organic shit? You just sent him some stuff and it came back and like, oh, this would be good for G type of shit.
You know, it's funny you asked that because that beat in particular is the first one G Perico wanted, actually.
Because so you guys had made it prior.
Yeah, we made it. Okay. We made it before because Diamond sent me these piano loops, right? Because he plays live. This is from the real piano, and it's not an FL where it's all like synchronized, and I had to chop it up, right? So like he played it live on his piano that he has in his house. Okay. Like a grand piano he has at his house. You know what? Let me not say what type of piano, because Diamond's probably gonna like get mad at me that I named the wrong one. But
yeah, he's like, it's an EP piano. Yeah.
Fuck. No, but it's like it's
definitely an acoustic piano.
It's a grand. It's either a grand or upright. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know the two. Diamond's the piano guy. He's in
New
York,
so it's probably an upright and shit.
Something.
I don't have a lot of room out there.
Yeah, I don't know but he's a beast. But so he sent me like these 10, 12 loops of pianos, right? And he's like, yeah, like bro, I think you could chop these up. So I instantly like was like press play, and I'm like, all right, let me just listen to a few little ones, and then I heard the little
So he sent you the loop.
Yeah, he sent me the pianos, and I just chopped them up. I chopped up the pianos, and I chopped up because that piano was like a minute and a half long, that loop, and I only used like 15 seconds of it, gotcha. Like maybe 10 seconds of it, right? And I added that little drop, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be him. And then I just put like I did all the drums, I arranged it all. Yeah. I sent it to Diamond, and then I sent it to Diamond. He posted on his story. I posted on my story and tagged G Perico, and like, and then he's like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna need this. And then he sent me his phone number, and then like that, yeah. So like he sent me his phone number, and then that ever since then, like that's how like, well, I had his phone number before, but long story, yeah. And then he sent me his phone number, and then,
he wanted to work.
Yeah, he was trying to like he was like, bro, I want to like knock out a whole project with you. So then I was like, all right, this is like the start of it, you know? So that was it right there. And then like, so I knew for sure that song with Diamond was going to be on it. So like then I was like, all right, let me get my guy Mike D on here. So I told Mike D instantly. I was like, bro, like send me stuff for G. You know, like he's trying to like get a project out by me, and then like I'm trying to make sure I get like all my boys on there. I sent you this. I told you the same thing. Like let's get like you know what I'm saying, like let's send some shit to G. Like let's get
for
some
sure.
stuff for G.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like anybody I really fuck with and work with, I told them like let's work and like let's get some stuff out to G. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You know, I try to help my homies out too.
Oh yeah.
And then like especially Mike. We already talked about that, but
no, I feel you 100%. Yeah, you're trying to repay a favor type of shit. Yeah, make sure the favor's repaid in full type of shit. No, I feel you 100% too. Cause like a lot of times, like I rather get the homies involved in shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking like just because shit's better that way and shit too, and just like going back to like rapper etiquette and shit like that, there's like producer etiquette and shit, and I think just explaining from the get-go type of shit, like what it is, like hey, like this fool hit me up, you know what I'm saying, he's looking for this type of shit, would you be interested? Fuck yeah, I'll be interested. And you guys kind of just go crazy after that type of shit. But no, that's dope. I remember hearing that record and hearing it now. I think he played it to me before it actually came out and shit. I'm like, then it's just gonna be clean. But now hearing it in the context, it just sounds so much way more in place. You know what I'm saying? Because like I feel like the EP is like one big ass like chunk and shit, and I feel like it's like way more important now. You know what I'm saying? Like hearing it out of context and stuff with other songs. Now I hear it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the first one, as it should be. Type of shit. Yeah.
So that was like the first one. I was like, okay, I know he's gonna use that one.
For sure.
He hit me up and said it was Fire Flames.
Gotcha.
I texted him. He's like, yeah, this is the one I'm recording tonight to this. And like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I was like, okay, we got this one locked in and stuff like that. So that's
how
I
feel it shit, bro. Yeah, it sounds like that shit because it sounds quality and shit. And like he knew what he was doing type of shit. So like fucking collab, bro. Like I can't even stress it enough and shit. Collab with your homies and shit, and like you never know what's gonna go down or what other plays they're gonna have for you type of shit. Like collaboration is key. I always say that shit, but you've heard me say that a bunch of times type of shit. Yeah, collaboration is key.
So that was the first. That was how it eventually came out. Yeah, and then and yeah, I sent him like I've sent him a bunch of songs or sent him a bunch of beats that he'll probably use later. Yeah. For another project or whatever, singles, whatever. Because we have some bangers I know that are like coming up. I sent him some beats that are like fire, and I'm like, okay, these are like, I know these can be potentially songs. Yeah. And I've told him later, I put like I sent like the 3 to 4 of them together that I'm like, okay, with these 4, we can get like a project together.
Yeah. It does ever hurt you when they don't rap on the beats you want them to rap on and shit? Yeah. Yeah. And you're just like, damn, I think this would be, because it doesn't really hurt
me. But I don't know yet because like I've sent him a lot. So like he might record to them, but I don't know. I don't have them yet. I don't know. So I don't know yet either, but yeah.
No, I felt the same. I'd be feeling the same way and shit too because I feel like I'd be sending people like the shit that they need to rap on type of shit, and they don't rap on it. They rap on the thing I didn't think they were going to send. And I'm like, God damn, bro. Like I thought my ear was good enough, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it'd be wrong. Bro.
Yeah. Well, that brings me up a point too. Is like what? Yeah, that happens a lot because to you it might sound like that's the best beat, but like
for sure,
one time I've sold a beat and it's like, wow, like really, like I kind of just put that one. That's why I post everything now on my for me at least. That I know like everyone's different, but like for me it's like even if I think it's not like the best beat, I'm not saying I'm putting up trash beats. I'm just saying I put up stuff that like. Because I know people, because okay, so I'm gonna say it like this: I sold an exclusive beat once, and I thought it wasn't even like out of 10, I thought it was like 4. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But somehow I sold it exclusively because that guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So there's songs out there for everyone. Like you said, people like to drive a cruiser,
a PT cruiser.
Whatever.
Some people are into Maybach.
Exactly. Some people like trucks. Some people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Some people like fucking an S10.
That's why I'm saying like don't be afraid to drop beats and drop music and whatever because everyone likes their own. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I think about it.
Yeah, to be honest, dude, it was really my lady who told me that shit too. Because I'm like, man, this shit's fucking whack, and I'm like, well, is it whack because I think it's whack, or is it not a well-made beat type of shit? You know what I'm saying?
We're perfectionists.
Yeah,
that's why I just dropped that whole ego of being a perfectionist and just upload it. Because,
dog, I've never owned a pair of fucking high top Chuck Taylors. I will never own a pair of high top Chuck Taylors. It's not for me. Yeah. But for certain, it's for them and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say that I couldn't make that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I like high top old school Vans. Mm-hmm. That's not for everybody type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So like once I got that out the window and like I knew what I was doing and it's just like, oh yeah, like this is a well-made beat. Like that's all. As long as it's not fucking clipping and it's well made and well structured, bro. Like put your shit out there. Don't ever be scared of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like you never know who's listening and you never know, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. So exactly. You just never know who's listening at that time, who's like into that mode at that time.
Yeah.
Who thinks that's that. Excuse me.
No worries.
Who thinks like that little eerie sound you put in there, that might be what they're looking for, and you don't know.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I like to test out little weird eerie
Yeah.
sounds sometimes. I'm like that might be cool. Like if you listen to like Confessions, if you listen to it,
Yeah.
that bass line, I added like a weird. It's like I don't even like if you hear it by itself, you're like, what?
Yeah.
You use that? But it sounds cool. I just
Yeah.
thought it sounded cool. It's different, and like maybe that's why it sounds cool to you.
I know what the sound is, but yeah.
Yeah,
I know what it is.
Yeah, like I just.
But when I heard it, I was like, damn, this shit is cold.
I
bro.
layered like there's like 2 or 3 basses on there or something like
Yeah.
that, and like
There's definitely 3 for sure.
and like I don't know, just like I don't know, it's like maybe that's what made the beat sound better than it did if it didn't have that little weird eerie thing. That's what makes it sound different. That's you know what I'm saying. Like you gotta just trial and error a bunch of stuff like that.
And this is not even beat related type of shit. This is with any like sort of business and anything sort of creative and shit. Dog, sometimes be that shit you didn't think was gonna pop type of shit. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there that start like a food truck, you know what I mean? And they thought fucking, I don't know, pulled pork sandwiches was gonna do it. But it turns out fucking, you know what I mean? The double cheeseburger is what's doing it. Or fucking anybody who's into fucking, I don't know, who drives a truck or some shit, you know what I'm saying? It applies to everything type of shit, you know what I'm saying? It's just as long as you do it well and you're, you know what I mean, you take care of what your business is and you understand what quality is, like, you never know who wants your shit type of shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Paintings, you know what I'm saying? Picassos and all that shit, bro. Like, he didn't know that shit was going to pop. He just did his shit, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden it was like, whoa, this is popular. Like, fuck it. Let it ride. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
And that's how it is with the beats I sent to G, you know, bring it back to there. It's like, there's a lot of beats I sent him. I'm like, damn, he could rip this up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is this is a good example. It's like I sent him a beat that it sounded like some G Worthy shit, like on that tape.
Yeah.
I was like, it sounded like it could be on some shit like that, but right now he might not be in that mode to record over those type of beats.
Oh, that's a
you
good
know what
point.
I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good
point.
point.
So it's like, it sounded like he could. If this was like 4 years ago in 2017 when that came out, it's like, oh, maybe at that time it would have hit, but right now he's not in that. He's not feeling that type of vibe right now and stuff like that. So it's all about catching people at the right time, you know, stuff like that. So if I sent it to him 4 years ago, he would have rapped on it. If I sent it to him now, maybe he didn't pick it. You know what I'm saying?
Understandable.
People like they level up, they switch their sound, they try to do in a new lane. They like something else at that time. So I didn't like feel bad. I mean, he might record to it now. I have no idea, you know, because I don't know. He records all the time, stuff like that. So I mean, and then like. So I don't know like what songs he's recorded to, what beats because I've sent him like maybe since I started texting him like maybe like 50, 60 beats and like so like I don't know how many songs are out and stuff like are done, how many songs are like halfway done, what beats did he use, like I don't know,
and what's stuck and you know I understand
exactly. Yeah. He might have recorded like let's just say to all those 60 he recorded 30. He might only drop 10.
Gotcha.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I understand.
You'll never know.
Yeah.
You'll never hear the other ones.
Unless
he sends it, you know. But
it's all based on film and shit.
Exactly. Yeah, but
that's full. Tavares texted me. He's like, I'm watching the podcast.
Wow. Yo, shout out Tavares right there.
Yeah, TJ and shit.
Shout out my guy. Yeah, shout out Tavares because I told him this separately. He might have. I had texted him or on Instagram. I messaged him. I was like, bro, like he was telling me props on like the G Perico shit and all that. I'm like, yo, appreciate it, right? And then like I told him, bro, like that song Woof Tickets on Ellie Dollar, like that.
Oh yeah,
that's like I'm not gonna lie. I was listening to it on the way here. It's on my liked playlist on Spotify that I just listened to, and like that song Woof Ticket. I told him like that's one of my favorite songs of the year right now. Like that came out this year. It's like I just fuck with that song a lot. So shout out my guy Tavares for sure.
Yeah, shout out Tavares. Shout out Ellie Dollar. Ellie Dollar, motherfucker. Yeah, both those dudes are fucking cool as fuck.
We got a song with them.
That was our first placement together,
song.
right?
Yeah,
me and you and shit. Yeah. It was that shit.
And then I got a second one later on, but
with Polly and Les and shit. Yeah.
And Banco was on there. Well, the one I was on, the second one I was on.
Oh, the second joint. Yeah. Yeah, fucking Banco. That's my dog too. Shit, shout out
Yeah,
to Banco.
Banco's fire.
Yeah, like fucking a lot of that stuff is like not a lot of stuff, but like that would take like a whole episode to get into.
Oh yeah,
like,
we'll
Ellie
talk about all
Dada.
these
Yeah.
people.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah.
just coming up for sure and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And like we're gonna have these motherfuckers pull up and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And like
I'm gonna have
guests and
Tavares
shit
fly
like
out
that.
on the private jet.
You
Don't worry
feel
about it.
me?
I'm gonna get you a little mimosa or something.
Nah,
Does he drink? I don't know.
Good question. I don't know if he drinks, bro. That's a good.
I'm gonna get
question.
you a smoothie.
I don't want to talk about.
I'm
bro.
gonna get you a smoothie. So don't worry
He
about
definitely gonna drink a smoothie.
it. Yeah,
and shit.
yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah,
Yeah,
we'll get
for
everybody
sure.
on later on.
Yeah, we're definitely having everybody on. During the winter, I want to say, or during like fall, we're gonna be a lot more active with having like more guests on and shit. Just because like, you know, it's summer now. We're in fucking
Everyone's
Riverside. It's fucking hot
vacating,
as,
everyone's-
yeah,
yeah.
it's hot, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I have like a lot. We have a lot of special guests lined up for this shit, bro. Trust
Yeah.
me. You know what I'm saying? So just hang in there and shit.
Yeah.
We're just trying to build our back catalog up and like make sure that we're established and shit like that. And then once it starts getting colder and like, you know, cause like, you know what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fucking hot.
It is
you know
hot
what I mean?
in
Like
there,
you
yeah.
have to wear, you know what I mean? Like you can't get your like certain outfits off and stuff like that. So we're just waiting for it to get cooler and
Yeah.
everybody could be way more
I
comfortable.
watched the last one.
Yeah.
I watched like 5 minutes. I was like, I looked like I was wearing some booty shorts. I don't know why you let me wear them shits on you. My-
bro, I was gonna tell you anything. You just wore them.
I know, but it was, bro, it was hot, and I was like, damn. I was like,
Yeah.
it was just too hot to be wearing.
Yeah.
It
I
was
thought
hot.
you looked like the dude from the Wild Thornberries. I'm like, why are these fucking shorts so
See,
fucking
you're over here
short?
naming some old shit. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't even wear shorts, bro. I just wear shans. It's just dickies cut off at below the knee.
Oh,
and shit.
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. But you get the extra large dicky shorts.
Yeah,
The
for
long
sure.
ones, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah. You like my brother? He wears dicky shorts.
Not the plaid shits, but you know what I mean. Legit, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, shout out all the fucking homies and shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of people on here type of shit as soon as it gets cooler and as soon as we have more back catalog, more subscribers and shit like that. You know what I mean? Where we can get like some interviews off because like I don't know, bro. I feel like we know a lot of dope ass people in the game type of
Yeah.
shit. So it's only a matter before they come on and you know not even tell their story because like I don't even want to be like interview based type of shit. I'd rather just be a conversation. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
save the interview for like people who don't know these people. You know what I mean? But like us, like. We already know them, so it's just a conversation. You mean
Yeah.
just asking them certain stuff and their opinion on things and shit like that. But yeah, just stay tuned for that because that shit's coming up for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to ask me about the G shit or? Think
The
we're done?
G shit, 101st, man. I think I asked
111th.
you everything. Oh, 111. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think I answered. I think I asked everything I wanted to ask, especially with like the placements and stuff.
Yeah.
And then last time we talked about the mixing, which was really important with a lot of people, I think got value from that shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me ask you this, because I feel like this really, this changed for a lot of certain things. Like, I don't know about you, but when you would make like music and stuff, like, did you ever think it sounded awkward or wrong until you heard like the right artist on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I felt like even like up to my point, like I was making beats and shit, and then like I don't know, I always felt like something was wrong about it. Like I always felt like, damn, why did I put the kick there? I always thought that people were kind of like slow on my shit or just kind of like it didn't fit. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure a lot of producers like, oh my God, I feel the same way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but like the first time like I heard like Blast on one of my records and shit, I was like, it is just like, like it just felt so much more official. I'm like, okay, like what I'm doing is right. Cause like I can't really explain it, but it just felt like stuff was kind of like awkward, but people really liked it.
Until you hear a voice on it.
Yeah, and it's like people really liked it. And I'm like, I just don't hear what you're hearing, type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, has that changed for you, or was it like a record that did it for you? Or like, all right, like a real established rapper rapped on this shit. Now I feel comfortable doing what I do. Like,
I think the way I'm answering is like what I can say is it did give me confidence in that. Okay, what I'm doing sounds good enough.
Yeah.
Is good enough to where, well, I'm not going to say good enough. Is good to where an artist can rap on it regardless. Like the eerie bass thing I did on there, like whatever. Like the fact that an established artist like G like actually rapped on it and like all that gave me confidence to be like, okay, I can experiment with like this stuff. Like I thought it sounds weird maybe to some people like that never heard something like that or whatever, like little eerie bells or plucks or synth leads I did, whatever. Like it does give me. I think my answer is like, yeah, it gave me confidence, like the fact that I could do that or something like that.
Gotcha.
Does that answer your question? I don't know.
Yeah, it does. You know what I'm saying? Just because, like, yeah, dude, I always thought like not necessarily my shit was bush league or it was like weak and shit. It just like when I heard somebody really get off on top of it type of shit, I was like, all right, like I get it.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you just have to hear that shit. But like, it was always weird for me because like people would purchase beats and like send me the records and shit and be like, oh yeah, this sounds good, but I don't know, like early on in the back of my mind, like even when I was younger and shit, you know what I mean? Not when I'm not like at where I'm at right now, but when I was younger, I would hear it and be like, man, is something wrong? Like, am I doing something wrong? Like, why did I put the kick there? Everybody sounds slow on my beats. And it was just like, because I just had made the beat and I had heard it so many times. I'm like, I just like would get not self-conscious about it, but I would second guess myself. Like, oh, like, I don't know if this is right.
Yeah,
It was
you're saying that was back then though.
Back
like
then,
now
yeah,
now you feel confident about putting whatever.
Now, now I feel 100% about
yeah.
it. But it took that one person it took that one artist for me to hear it and give me that confidence. I guess that's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
Like, was it a record for you, or was it like a song that you did and you were like, okay, now I feel confident with it?
I don't. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, like maybe. Well. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I guess yeah, maybe G Perico, or maybe even like that, like the Allen Houston song, like with Polyester, Banco, Ali Dalla, like all them, like, cause I added, like you add stuff and it's like, do they like that? And then like, is that weird that I added it at that spot?
For sure, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Was the hook too long? You start thinking about stuff, cause this is, I mean, I know you're like this too. Like you start rapping over like your beat, right? Or like start mumbling over like to see how the flow would be. Yeah. And then you put like sounds in where you think would be exactly. You know, like so, like
punchline, or a break, or a breath.
Why'd you take the kick out there? Why does it transition right? Yeah. Is it like, should I even take it out? Cause like you, I know you're saying like you start second guessing like you're like you start second guessing your decisions on like whether it be the structure, whether it be the sound of a certain thing, whether it's the placement of a kick or a snare or the perks, or like, is that too much reverb? Does he like the clap there? Yeah, there's a lot of self battle. I know you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I get what
and
you
I
mean.
know a lot of producers feel that way. That's why I'm asking, because like I know dudes are going through this shit. I know dudes and gals are going through this shit for sure. I know it's happening. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like, I know it wasn't a question that got brought to me, but I remember I wanted this answer for myself for a long time ago. Like, oh, like, does it ever feel weird? How do you approach it? You know what I'm saying? Because like even now I battle with it. Like, how much should I cut? Should I filter here? Should I chop too much? You know what I'm saying? Because like I feel like when an artist is here and like behind my shoulder, pause, like I can do certain things and like I know they're gonna be happy, but I can't do that for everybody because I don't know how they're gonna rap or how they're gonna, you know what I'm saying?
This is what I'm saying. Is like that's your sound though.
For sure.
Isn't that what that's what it is though, right? It's like
it is true.
That's like your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
true. But like even if it's online,
maybe that's why people fuck with you, because you add that other kick. You add, you know what I'm saying? That's why the people want to work with you, because they're like, well, like I don't hear production from anyone but you have this.
For sure. But at the same time too, it's like when you hear that final record and you're just like, man, if this just had this one little cut right here, jeez, this would be the one type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just cut the kick, cut the beat right here, and the bass just plays out.
So you're trying to structure it.
Yeah. So like I'm trying to do that the whole time, but everybody is different type of shit. But I'm just I guess I'm just wondering type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, because I know everybody approaches certain things differently. You know what I mean? Because like I definitely don't want to put all the cuts on the beat online. I'd rather leave so much more for the engineer. Yeah. But sometimes the engineer is not necessarily a producer, and he's like over. You know what I mean? Like sometimes.
And it is hard for me and you because we both engineer and produce. So it's like
we're a hybrid, but I feel like any record that comes from us is really good. But sometimes it doesn't work in favor for the guys who are just producers and just engineers. Yeah. Because if you're just an engineer, you'd be like, well, I would never chop the beat. You know what I mean? Like,
or add a stutter or add stomps and all that. I get it. Yeah. See, like it is. I get what you mean, because it's like maybe it's hard for us because we see from both sides.
For
you're
sure.
You're like, nah, the engineer could do that, but it's like, will he do that?
Will he do it?
But you want it to happen, but you also want to give it up to the artist to like decide, or the engineer to decide, do they want that? You know?
For sure.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
I guess I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to do it because like you're a producer, and plus like you're a fan of music, and then on top of that, like you're an engineer, so you're like, no, break right here. 4 bars, 2 bars, 1 bar, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it is hard because I the song "Legitimate." I actually added a lead on that song, and then I sent the beat to Mike, and then I did the intro. I did the intro with all the drums. And I had a filter over it, and I had the lead playing. And he's like, "Nah, take the lead out."
Ah,
and then I was like, to me, it sounds good.
Yeah.
But then I sent him, and then he's like, "Nah, take it out in the beginning and add it later."
Yeah.
And I was like, "All right."
It's on the second hook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And then he's like, so I did that. I sent it to him. He's like, "Yeah, that sounds good." And I sent it to G, and then G was like, "You know what? Just take the lead out. I don't even want it."
Yeah.
So then I was like, "All right." So
Too
then
distracting.
So then I just took out the lead, and in total, it wasn't even there anymore.
Yeah.
So no one even heard the song with the lead on it. No
oh,
lead
okay,
on.
cool.
So
Shit.
it's like, it is crazy like that though. Like, but sometimes that's like the back and forth thing you have with like that's the good thing about collabing is like, would that song have been as good if it had a lead on it? Probably not, because G wouldn't have liked it. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he spoke up and said like, "Bro, take this out," and I'm like, "All right, cool, that's cool with me." Took it out, and then they made the record what it is. You know.
And what's most important is the communication. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of artists, it would be, you know what I mean? Like, damn, tell the producer take the lead out. Yeah, dude, take that lead out.
Yeah.
Like, it's distracting. It might have worked online and shit, and it's a good, because like, not even to get into a bigger conversation type of shit, but it's all about communication type of shit. And I feel like if everybody has a good communication, just like everybody's on the same page, it's just way easier and shit, bro. Yeah, because like it gets complicated, bro. You know how that shit goes.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's a good question though about if it sounds weird. Yeah, I get what you mean. I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
I think about like, is it a weird sound? I think about it for like sounds more. I feel like I like to experiment a lot with like not drums, but I like to experiment more with like weird little eerie synths or something like that. VSTs and I add a weird sound or something.
I guess I just think about it from like not necessarily a stutter, but like I chop a lot of stuff, so I'm like, damn, should it be like da-doom, 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 or should it be doom, doom, doom?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I'm just like I don't, because everybody's different. Type of shit. Not to get too technical. And
yeah.
Shit,
but yeah, I know what you mean because we make beats here and
we
structure it out together and we do all that too. So I know.
And same and like whatever happens, I'm just going off what's best marketing wise. Like you know what I'm saying? Like what's gonna sound the best? Like it might have been the 2 or it might have just been the 1 on the every one and shit. Like I don't give a fuck. Whatever
it might have been like the classic Pharrell or it might have been the LA Ratchet stutter song. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, who knows?
You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I just think about that shit. But yeah, man.
I mean, yeah, that's a good episode right there.
I feel like we gave a lot out of that episode, bro. Like even if it was like answering questions, like there was a lot of like in between questions type of shit. But yeah, I think it's pretty valuable, bro.
No, I mean, yeah, you sound like a real wise, experienced producer when you're talking about the oh my god, I can't even remember. It was like an hour ago. What did we say? When we were talking about the beat block. And
beat
you were
block,
getting real expressive right there. That's some real game right there.
Oh yeah, it's just because I've been through beat block a lot of the times, and most of the time it's not even beat block. It was just like, you know what I mean, not being able to do what I want to do type of shit. But trust me, man, there's like if you think like we just hit it, like there's so much more to it, and there's so much more details and shit. So you just gotta fucking just keep tuning in and shit. And we're just gonna keep on talking about it because there's so much more that goes into that shit. We're just trying to barely just. We're going to ask questions and hopefully get answers and shit like that and respond as best we can. But a lot of stuff is way more intricate and has way more details and shit. And we're just trying to do the best we can type of shit.
Yeah, we can only do the best we can with just our voice.
Do you feel me? Yeah, because like everybody has different experiences and different, point of views and shit like that. And, hearing my perspective might not be the right answer, but somebody else might be. You know what I'm saying? But just being open-minded to it is like more important and shit, bro. Honestly.
Yeah.
No, because more information is key. We talked about the first episode. I love information, so as long as the information is out there, you can do what you want to do with it. But it is what it is, man.
Mm-hmm. You want to add another clip, or you want to?
Man, whatever, bro. I'm down for whatever, bro. But if this don't work out, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna record some shit. But it's been 2 P's on the pod. Stay tuned for next week. Another episode dropping. We're trying to stay consistent. Well, we're not going to try to stay consistent. We are going to be consistent type of shit. Follow us on all social medias. On Instagram, we're 2 P's on a pod, right?
Yep.
The exact
2PZONAPOD.
Exactly. So we haven't even put that shit out though yet. So you're gonna be one of the first 2 followers besides me and this fool. So go follow that shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep asking us questions.
Exactly.
More topics.
Exactly.
Trying to get everyone involved.
Exactly. And share this with somebody who you didn't know that needed this shit. And we're going to get you through the day type of shit. And just share, repost, and fuck with that shit, man. And
give us a feedback, whatever it is,
Yeah, whether that shit sucks or the
Should we
volume is too
stop?
low. Yeah, because we're still dusting off what is it, shaking off the cobwebs type of shit.
Well,
you know
that
what
would
I'm
mean
saying?
that we've been doing this.
Oh yeah, no.
So that means we're
we're
roughing out the edges.
There you
That's
go.
what it
There
is.
you go. There you go. You smart motherfucker. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
come
saying?
on now.
But yeah, so yeah, man, just tap in with us and we'll go from there. Happy 4th of July. Go crazy and
Everyone
shit.
stay safe.
Hell yeah. Invest in yourself. That's just not safe, but invest in yourself. Fuck that.
All right, man.
All right, man.
That's
Peace,
been
bro.
episode 2.
Episode 2, bro.